Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside the Erie Insurance Arena, where tonight the Ontario Hockey League presents the Erie Otters hosting the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds. Hello again, everyone. I'm Aaron Cooney. Welcome into this evening's action. An unexpected day off for the Erie Otters last night after getting snowed out on their way to Mississauga. Couldn't even get into Buffalo as the team bus attempted to get through and some of the highway closures and everything. So Erie had the night off and a chance to wait for the Sault Greyhounds, who played last night in Niagara. And they lost 6-1 to Niagara Ice Dogs. They were able to get through after a lot of the travel bans were lifted last night. Got into Erie in the early morning hours and ready to go for it tonight as Dan Murphy gets the start here for the Erie Otters. 18-18, 1-1. Coming off of a victory defeating the Guelph Storm 3-2 in overtime in the Otters' last action out. Ethan Taylor gets the nod for the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds after Matthew Villalta made the start last night. Erie in the offensive zone here as we get to action here on a Friday night from Erie, PA. In front looking for Yetman as the Otters couldn't get that shot off. The pass from Curtis Henry, and now Henry has it at the point. His shot was blocked and sent to the near corner off the stick of Morgan Frost. The Greyhounds will take over, and former Erie Otter Jordan Sambrook headmans this one, picked off by Drysdale. He makes his way into the zone, but Erie's offside on the play as Sambrook runs into Chad Yetman and forces the Otters offside. And our whistle to begin. So the Otters, they had a chance, or would have, had they got that game in, it would have been game 48 for the Erie Otters in that final day of January. And Erie would have had a chance to pick up their 20th win of the season before the month of February, something they weren't able to accomplish last year. Didn't pick up win 20 on the season until February 24th during the 17-18 campaign. But a chance here as the Otters go 5-6 in the month of January. But inside Erie territory, it's the Greyhounds. A shot from the slot, kicked out by Murphy as McKay has it sent to the near side wall. Held in by the Greyhounds, and the Otters pick this one up, headman it, and on ahead, a penalty on the way. As partially receiving the pass was Brendan Selin. Ryan O'Rourke had lost his stick on the play, tried to body up Selin, and ends up taking this interference call, and the Otters will head to the power play. A minute and 12 seconds into this hockey game. And the Plymouth Tavern power play will take the ice here tonight for the first time. Erie's power play, 18.2%, 15th in the league. Against the second-ranked penalty kill unit of the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds. Erie went 0 for 3 in the last outing against the Guelph Storm. They look to get back on the board here as Yetman will deliver on out to the far side. Chaika back down Yetman. Back for Selin. Return to Yetman. Again along the circle. Spun to the blue line for Jamie Drysdale. Near side one-timer. Podubny whistles that one wide on the glove hand side. And it trickles all the way off the glass and will carry him out to center and into the Otters zone. Drysdale back behind his own net to march it forward. Gives left. Chaika cruises out to center ice. His pass picked off. But getting it back is Drysdale as Hayton was almost off the races. Drysdale scoots into the zone right. Drops the puck off down low. As Yetman looking to go to work. As this PK unit, effective 82.1% of the time. And also can score shorthanded. Second most shorthanded goals in the league with 16. Erie, cross ice feed. That was intended for Kara Podubny and sent off the stick of Jordan Sambrook. Almost got there in time. That would have led a 3-on-1 back to the Erie zone. But Erie gets that puck, and Chaika twists his way over to the far side wall. Trying to keep that one alive. Kara Podubny picks it up behind Peter Chaika and heads back towards his own end, giving ground. Then hands off to the second unit as Jacob Golden leaves right for Emmett Sproul. He's got to return back towards his line, and this one sent to an open area in the Otters' end. Jack Duff gets there with a man on his back, and the Otters reset back behind their goal with half a minute on the power play as they look left. First special teams opportunity of this hockey game. And the Greyhounds will pick this one off. And here goes Mac Hellel. Tries to give it to himself. Runs into Jack Duff. And now will back off as he does clear the puck into Erie territory. 3 minutes off the clock in the hockey game. Erie down to the final 12 seconds on the power play. as they drop it onto the zone, held at the line by Jacob Golden. He'll swing it near side for Jack Duff. He's shouldered off the biscuit to the near side, and Zach Trott delivers back to the Erie line, and this power play over for the Otters. Hollowell on to Chase. Gives the near side, holding well out ahead. That goes off the backhand of Emmett Sproul. Settled out center ice, and now speed into the Erie zone. Here comes Carroll on the left wing side. He's D'd up nicely by Jamie Drysdale. Follow up by Frost, however. Excuse me, that's Zach Trott, I apologize. And he twists along the near side wall. Drops it off Hollowell as he walks into the zone. Gives out in front. And that rolled right off the tape of Joe Carroll on his birthday here today. But Erie finally chops it off the stick of Trott to center ice. Reset. The Greyhounds take over. No score, first period. Otters and Greyhounds final time this season. They meet twice every year. Erie took the opening meeting 3-2 in a shootout back in Sault Ste. Marie. Here the Greyhounds after it into the Otters zone along the far side circle. Erie picks this one up. Drysdale intended for Noah Sador. Second OHL game for Sador after he signed and joined the team last week. Erie again from their own end. Pass ahead goes off the stick of Keegan Howdeshell. And out to center, Matthew McDougall. Put to the boards right in front of the benches, and taking over, it's the Greyhounds. They push it ahead across the Erie blue line. It's grabbed by Jamie Drysdale. Dish to Henry, up off the tape of Joe Mack. Couldn't pick it up cleanly. As LeGarrier now to find it in his own corner. Skips it behind his own net. And now carrying towards neutral ice, it's Morgan Frost. Into the zone, just lost the handle uncharacteristically, and off goes Daniel Singer for the Erie Otters. 3-on-3. We march back into Sioux territory. Drop pass picked off by Aldishell. Now it's the Greyhounds' turn. Devato looking to get back. Into the zone they come. Tie up right at the blue line on the Jack Duff play. On top of the puck carrier, quick, and Erie forces the Greyhounds back out to neutral ice. Only one shot on goal through the first 5 minutes of this hockey game. That belongs to the Sioux Greyhounds, and Erie unable to get anything on the power play that they had earlier. Here's Yetman. He'll walk in, and the Otters' first shot deflected out of play by Ethan Taylor on his first save. 14:46 to go in the first period. No score here tonight. Just underway from the Erie Insurance Arena. So Erie was postponed last night. Couldn't get into Mississauga. About 45 minutes outside of Buffalo with the Erie Otters. Well, we decided to turn around. We even left an hour earlier to give us some extra time, but you could not see in front of you, and it wasn't safe. Keep the bus moving and trying to force yourself to that hockey game. As Erie trying to spring loose with Chaika. Garrett Pedubby will pick up the puck in the offensive zone. Now Chaika back behind the net. Wheels near side. Hands looking for the point. Out of the reach of Jamie Drysdale. It's on back to Erie ice. A reset there. Henry drops it off the circles. Drysdale looks ahead. Nice little dish, and Chaika tucks it into the zone. Garrett Pedubby to chase down the left wing side. Leads the team in scoring with 21 goals and 45 points on the year. Tie up along those floorboards. Ryan O'Rourke, selected 20th overall in 2018 OHL Pro selection, gives this one ahead. And a shot off the stick of Cole McKay, deflected out of play by Dan Murphy as he makes his second stop of the evening. 14:01 to go here in the first. Well, the Otters a little short on the bench today, behind where the Otters are at, as B.J. Adams is not with the group here tonight. But a congratulations goes to Erie's associate coach, B.J. Adams, and his wife, Krista. They had their first child here today, so a healthy baby, and congratulations to them. Hopefully a future Erie Otter on the way. As Jordan Samrook picks this one up back behind his own net after the clear from the Erie Otters. And the Otters continue to chase as Emmett Sproul on top of the puck near side forces Jacob LeGarrier just to throw this one out to center ice. Dumped back in by Marcus Gillard of the Otters. Slowed by Ethan Taylor, who leaves it onto the far corner. And this lofted out to center ice by the Greyhounds, trying to force the issue. It's going to be cut off by Golden. And Erie offside as it could not touch up. Get back in time after the intercept by Jacob Golden. Great vision to see that pass coming up the near side. Cut it off, stepping in front of the intended receiver. The Otters are still deep inside on the forecheck. Face off in front of me. Out of the neutral zone. One back by Joe Mack. Dropped in by Ryan Martin of the Erie Otters and taken by Robert Calisi to give D to D. And now ahead for Trot out to center end. In right wing side. Played by Ryan Roth. Could be reeled in off the skate of the Greyhounds. They knuckle it near side as MacDougall had it chopped off his stick. And after it is Joe Carroll on for Trot as Carroll shouldered by Joe Mack. Thrown to the near corner. 2 Erie Otters knocked that thing loose. Follow up by Trot. Gets it out to the line, and Khaleesi along the blue line has to give ground and touch up as they were offside. Khaleesi now flick it in from the left wing side. Offside on himself as it goes off the body of Noah Sador. And the whistle sounds. 12:49 to go. Still no score. Just 3 shots so far. 7 minutes and 11 seconds into this hockey game. And the Erie Otters looking to continue on this home winning streak they're on right now. 4 straight wins here from the Erie Insurance Arena. They only had a handful of home games during the month of January where they went 5-6. Lifted into the Erie zone, right wing corner. Here's Henry battling with Keegan Howdeshell back behind the Otters goal. Yetman, the centerman, to help out. Yarmir Pitlick joins him as well. Poked out towards the line, grabbed by Sambrook. Whale will throw one towards the net, hit his own man in front. Now rebound off the body of the Sioux Greyhounds, gathered in by Dan Zamato, and he's off to center ice. Zamato ahead, runs into Morgan Frost, able to make it a dish on to Yetman, but he's swallowed up by Greyhounds. And the white shirts take the puck. Here's Howdeshell from center. Curls it right side, and into the zone's Pitlick. Trying to dish back in front. Nobody home. Reeled off the wall, and here's Morgan Frost now. Tucks it around a man. Taken off his stick, though, by Brendan Selland. And ahead goes Garrett Podubny, right wing side, with a man on his back, and Mac Hollowell. Poked away as the intended receiver was Peter Chaika. And once more, here's Howdeshell, going to get out of his own end. He'll find some room over on his right wing circle. Now head back behind his net and drop it off for Hollowell. And sit, wait, reset with 11:25 to go here in the first period. And the Greyhounds regroup and march out to center ice. Morgan Frost into the Erie zone. Trying to walk on through. Gets to the right wing side. Sandwiched by 2 Otters. And down to the ice they go in the far corner. Puck still loose in Erie territory. Thrown out to the point. Held in by O'Rourke. Delivers it down low. All the way to the near side. Hollowell takes over there at the corner. Knocked down by Jacob Golden. Loose puck to Garrett Podubny of the Otters. And ahead for Peter Chaika. And on the right wing side he comes in. Cuts across. It's the left wing side. Rich shot. Glove save. Taylor holds on the attempt from Marcus Gillard jumping into the play. An offensive zone draw on the way for the Erie Otters. And on to the right of Ethan Taylor. We finished the last 12 minutes of the hockey game last night at the Meridian Center in Niagara. Erie backhand try to the goal, never saw it. Taylor would have bounced off a body in front with the traffic and settled to the near corner. Here's Barrett Hayton, intercepted on his pass. Gritz has it for Erie. Look to the point, instead gives down to the corner. Followed up here by Emmett Sproul. Charges up the half wall, drops it back to the corner. Barrett Hayton takes over for the Greyhounds and throws it out to center ice where it's picked off by Ryan Martin. Trying to work his way in left wing side. And he takes a shoulder, knocked off the puck. And it's gathered in by the Greyhounds, and Cole McKay throws it up the wall, but not out. Hoffman keeps it. He rambles his way down the left wing side, powers on through, and drops it off behind the net. Alex Gritz will take over. Looking to fire it down the right wing side from the wall. The pass intended for Emmett Sproul. And the Otters 90 line will start to make their way off as out ahead comes the Greyhounds to center ice as Barrett Hayton run into 27 counterpart Matthew MacDougall, and he's the low man into the zone offensively. As in come the changes behind him. His shot was blocked, and Joe Mack follows up down the left wing side. Knocked loose by Joe Carroll. And once more along the far side boards. Sprung loose by the Greyhounds between their circles as Noah Sador provides some traffic. Draws a penalty. Erie has the puck. A shot from Mack. Stopped by Taylor. And another tripping call on the way. And the Greyhounds will go back to the penalty kill. The Erie Otters back to the Plymouth Tavern power play. Well, they come back after cleaning the ice with 9:36 to go. We are scoreless from the Erie Insurance Arena with the Sioux Greyhounds and the Erie Otters. Real food, real beer, real historic atmosphere. That's what you'll find at the Brewery at Union Station, Erie's original brew pub and restaurant, located downtown at 123 West 14th Street. That's the Brewery, proud sponsor of the Erie Otters. Second time tonight with the Plymouth Tavern power play for the Erie Otters. They went 0 for 1, no shots on goal during it. The first unit on, Drysdale gives off to Garrett Podubny. Wrist shot, that was blocked. Got it right back in the slot. Wrist shot again. And they step in front of another one as Howdeshell blocks the second try from Garrett Podubny. Drysdale from Brendan Sellon. Now Podubny on the right dot. Backs up to the half wall. Delivers down low. It's Yetman right back to Garrett Podubny along the goal line now. To the blue line, Drysdale. Skip left side for Peter Chaika at the dot. Cross ice feed. Sellon. Podubny one-timer. Saved by Taylor. And it's sent to the near side. Along the corner. Battling there, O'Rourke as he gets body position on Brendan Sellon. Erie can find the puck. Hand it off across left side. Chaika hit shot. Stick save made by Taylor. Power play much more effective here in the second opportunity. Here's Yetman. Leaves it for Garrett Podubny on the right side. Comes back down. Leaves it for Brendan Sellon. Drysdale quickly for Chaika. Back in front. Looking for either Podubny or Brendan Sellon. It'll come to Garrett Podubny who feeds Drysdale. Back to Podubny on the right half wall. Cuts to the circle now. Walks in. Plays it across. Here's Chaika. His shot. That was blocked by Sault Ste. Marie. And finding this puck with one hand on the stick is Morgan Frost. Delivers it out to center ice. The Otters pick off that little dish. And ahead to center comes Garrett Podubny. 48 seconds left on the power play. Second unit making its way on for the Erie Otters as Podubny continues to battle away. Chaika on in front. Put off the post. It stays out as Gritz hits the post with the jam play in front. And the rebound sent to the far corner. Official was right there. Ben Moser washed it out right away. 27 seconds left. Here's Golden shot. Save and the rebound tucked onto the near corner by Sault Ste. Marie. And Morgan Frost will find it and drop it down to Erie territory. But Erie dug that one out. A heavy battle back behind the net, and the Otters stuck with it. Garrett Podubny still in on the play, and they find Gritz in front who hits iron. Here are 3 shots on goal on this power play. Time winding down on as they get back into the zone. Here's Singer in front for Gritz, and he can't finish it off. Foul by the Greyhounds, and they snap it on ahead. Just out of the reach of Carroll, and an icing call on the way. He was jumping out of the penalty box. Just couldn't reel that one in on the back yet. And an icing call to the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds. And on back to the left side of Ethan Taylor. 3 shots on goal during that power play for the Otters. But 0 for 2 for the Erie Special Teams unit. 7:28 remains in the first period. Scoreless from the Erie Insurance Arena in the first. And now they're going to take a review of it. As it looked like Gritz hit the post on the far side. You'll have to go overhead because at least the angle from my vantage point right off the bat looked like it hit behind Ethan Taylor. And judging from that first look that I got right there, it looks like that's exactly what happens. It hits off the inside of that far post and drops down in the crease and then quickly cleared away by Sault Ste. Marie. Everything is good there. No goal. Our officiating crew is brought to you by Visual Options. Ben Moser, who was down here right on the goal line on that play, with the correct call. Anthony Tapper, our other referee. The linesman, Andre Grugru, and Ray King. Jumped into the Erie zone after that face-off. As Sambrook steps up, picks one off at the circle. Trying to pass on across. Erie stays with him here. Wrist shot from Sambrook. Blockered away by Murphy. Hayton settles it down along the near wall, and Mac Hallowell could not keep it in. Arm up. They get a touch up as they're offside. And Drysdale some room to skate to center ice. Takes a shoulder from Barrett Hayton along center red. The Otters do shoot the puck in. Regained by the Greyhounds. And head to center ice. They'll skate. Here's Zach Trott left wing side. Leave it into the zone. Chase after. Drysdale on his back. Takes a shoulder. Drysdale rubs him off the puck. And it's loose along the far side as Ryan Roth couldn't hold on. The Otters backing it down the ice and beating up this icing call is Matthew McDougall for the Otters. McDougall chases onto the near side after the heavy collision from Hollowell. It's the Greyhounds out to center ice in possession. And Alex Johnston down the left wing side feeds it on in front. It comes right off the stick of one of the Erie Otters and tucked in further by Ty Cartier. Centered once more. Roth bouncing puck. Comes out to the point. Wrist shot on the way, and that one never made it on goal. The Otters able to block it and step in front of the Khaleesi shot. He's going to activate now, 22 in white. Robert Khaleesi down the left wing side. Lost an edge. Golding trying to knock this one up the near side. He'll have another opportunity with it. As the left-hander will loft it out to center ice. Picked up by Dan DeMano, trying to get around Hollowell. Hollowell nicely takes the puck away and feeds it out towards neutral ice. Picked up on the right wing side. In they come 2-on-1. Red shot scores! A bounce out in front as the Greyhounds quickly spin it out to the front and into neutral ice. And Alex Johnston on the 2-on-1 from the right wing circle beats Dan Murphy over the glove hand side. And the Greyhounds take a 1-0 lead. That's going to be Hollowell's 39th assist. The way he set that one up, quickly worked ahead. A bump along the Erie bench. And Alex Johnston with the perfectly placed shot, his 7th of the season. The Greyhounds lead 1-0. Morrow gives ahead. The Greyhounds with the lead, march into the Erie zone. Generating some momentum after 2 kills on the Otters' power plays. And a couple good stops on that second one by Ethan Taylor to allow his team to take the lead 1-0. Drop down the near side, Brendan Selleck. Now Garrett Padovny along the half wall, trying to tuck it to the circles for Peter Chaika. That's intercepted, and off come the Greyhounds. Right wing side, Morrow. He's checked by the Otters. Puck still loose in Erie territory. Backhanded by Ryan Martin to center. Knocked out of midair by Brendan Selleck. Into the zone comes 44 in goal for Erie. Waits, drops it off. Fresh bunnies on for the Erie Otters. One of them, Emmett Sproul, on the right wing side as he tries to feed Drysdale out towards the point. But he's bullied by Jordan Sambrook down to the ice. And Morgan Frost has possession of that puck. Gives right wing side into the zone. Shoulder as Pitlick kind of fumbled the puck a bit, had his head down, and Henry had him lined up. Brought it on offside as that whistle sounded. The collision was on the way, too. Neutral zone face-off on the way with 4:45 left here in the first. Sault Ste. Marie leads 1-0 on an Alex Johnston shot from the right wing circle. The game's opening goal. Here's Jordan Sambrook, cruises around, ducks around Curtis Henry, who came in for another body check. Sambrook has the puck behind the Otters' goal. Kicks it loose to the far corner, plays it to the point. That's picked off by Erie's Emmett Sproul. And he marches out to center ice with it. Looking for Brendan Hoffman. Cuts into the slot. Wrist shot. And it's off a stick of one of the defenders wide. I think it was O'Rourke who got a blade on it. Now it's Drysdale. Slap shot from the point off the mark. And hit the end boards and skipped over the left wing side wall. The Otters once again looking for it. A diving and sliding Cole McKay knocks it loose. And off goes O'Rourke in flight. But his pass was behind that blue line, trying to dish near side for Cartier. They're offsides on that run. With 4:09 to go here in the first. The Sioux Greyhounds lead 1-0. Goal coming at 14:09, and the assist, they gave one of them right now to Rory Cairns, but I think Hollowell will pick one up on the backside. The secondary assist. The draw out in neutral territory. Joe Mack steps into this one, plays it back for Jacob Golden. Golden right back from Marcus Gillard, but the bouncing puck couldn't be settled by the Otters defenders. And holding in is Holden Whale for the Greyhounds. They look to the far side. Turning is Carroll, gives the trot. Battling with the Otters defenseman, Marcus Gillard, taken by Noah Sador, and he feeds it out to center ice. Off the tape of MacDougall, and brought ahead by Trott after the steal. Trott on for Carroll, left wing circle, poked away by Jacob Golden, loose puck to the near side corner. Greyhounds battle after. The Otters, Joe Mack shoulders a man down to the ice. As Carroll feeds it all the way around the horn, Ryan Roth will keep it alive. And now here's Hollowell, from the corner. And onto the faceoff circle, putting on the Ritz. Gets around one man. Second man to beat. Takes the puck away from him. And Erie drills it off the wall out to center. Again, they reset. Here come the Greyhounds. Tapped along for Hollowell. Weaves into the zone. It's a shot go. Shoulder stop. And holding on. Pinned along the blocker arm in the shoulder Murphy has the puck and gains the whistle with 3:10 to go here in the first. 1-0 Greyhounds. Well, they were running a 7-game win streak up until they took on the Kitchener Rangers last week. Fell in overtime 4-3, dropped last night's game 6-1. But overall, since the midway point, and go back to the holiday break, 10-3-1 this Sioux Greyhounds team, and have to keep pace, stay ahead of the Saginaw Spirit, who was just 4 points behind them for the West Division title. Shot from the point on the way from Waro, and that's stopped by the glove of Murphy, and he holds that for another face-off on the way in the Otters' end. This one will be to the left of the Otters. Dan Murphy draws his record back to 500, 18-18, 1-1. With the Otters, if you look at the standings, now chasing the Spitfires by 5 points. They won last night, defeating the North Bay Battalion 4-2. But Erie, a couple games in hand on the Windsor Spitfires, who have played 50 games. This is game 48 for the Erie Otters. With ground to make up on a handful of teams in front of them from some of those final playoff spots in the Western Conference. The Greyhounds have the puck now as we get back to action with the final 2.5 to play in this first period. Yetman in right wing side at the face-off circle. Spins away towards the half wall. He's muscled to the wall by Waro. But Yetman again dishes this one down to the corner. Waro takes over, stepping between Daniel Singer, separates him from the puck. And the former Sudbury Wolf hands off left for Morgan Frost. Frost with Dan D'Amato on his back. Trying to give the can opener here. And the Otters do take that puck away from that attempted pass to the right side for Pitlick. And away come the Otters. There was Peter Chenka trying to put on the Ritz. Can't get around the defender in front of him. And Ryan O'Rourke. And it's grabbed by goaltender Ethan Taylor to hold on. With a minute 57 left, first period. Erie trails the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds 1-0 here from the Erie Insurance Arena. Taylor getting his second start against the Erie Otters. He wasn't expecting to get the first one. If you remember back to the first meeting back on November 4th, Villalta was going to get the start until one of the linesmen stepped on his leg, cut him open. Back in Sault Ste. Marie, and Ethan Taylor had spot duty that day, with Villalta unable to go, dealing with the cut from the freak accident during the warm-up period, with the linesman stepping on him. One of those unprotected areas in the back of the leg during this when he was stretching out on neutral ice. Offside Sault Ste. Marie on a rush towards the Otters zone. A minute 46 left, and the face-off comes just outside the Erie line. And closer to me here, as Peter Chenka will step in. One forward by Barrett Heaton, and here he comes left wing side and lets a shot go. It skips off his stick and out of play. And bounces back into play here. Whistle sounds. Draw will be to the right of Dan Murphy. We'll chat with head coach Chris Hartsburg during the first intermission on the UPMC Intermission Report. Get an update on a few bodies for the Erie Otters, hoping to get back in the lineup. As the Greyhounds take control after this face-off, bounce towards the front of the net, picked off by the Otters. Never made it on goal, and Garrett Podubny right wing side, trying to stick it around O'Rourke as he puts him with a hip check and down to the ice. They both tumble. Hayton scoops the puck away from the wall and hands off to McKay. McKay in the Erie zone. Cartier now back on a cross. Wrist shot, save made, rebound in front. They score. The shot from Hayton dropped right in front of goaltender Dan Murphy. I believe that's going to be Ty Cartier's third of the season. Looks like it'll be Cole McKay who jumped in front of the net and cleaned up the garbage. Put it into the net. 2-0 Sioux with a minute and 18 to go. Stepped right in front of Drysdale there on that replay. And Cole McKay finds it and stashes it for his 18th of the season. One of 4 Sioux Greyhounds listed in the NHL Central Scouting Service's midterm rankings. Cole McKay, 96th overall amongst North American skaters. And that's his 18th of the season. It puts the Greyhounds up 2-0. Here's Brendan Hoffman out to center ice. The Otters are going to get one back. Hoffman, wrist shot. That's off the mark. Partially blocked by Laguerriere. Erie trying to hold in. They'll skip it right back to the left wing corner. Scooped up by Hollowell in the final minute of play. Tucks it out towards the middle of the ice here. Held in by Jacob Golden, but it comes right back to Hollowell. 11 to White. Finds an open man in Carroll. And then on the right wing side, Roth going to skip it across for Trott. Bouncing puck as that pass was blocked by the Otters. And now here's Emmett Sproul to leave it out to center ice, and Gritz follows up. He'll shovel it in on the backhand. Now catches Laguerriere, followed up by Sproul, but he couldn't settle the bouncing puck, and off goes Roth. With 35 seconds left in this period. Dropped in by the Greyhounds in the near corner. Moves by Golden up the wall for the Otters. Hoffman turns into a man. Gritz trying to move this one away. It still settles along the half wall. Two bodies on top of that puck. And how are we going to move it here in the final 18 seconds? Finally squirts loose and around Hollowell. Hoffman on his horse trying to chase Hollowell. That's a tough guy to beat. A skating match with Mac Hollowell. Well, does pick up that puck in the Greyhounds' control. He'll glance at the clock. Sees it's a few seconds left and just drift behind his net. And time will wind down on the first period. Well, the Greyhounds kill off 2 Erie penalties. Gains momentum. Otters power play, no dice. The Greyhounds jump to a 2-0 lead. Goals from Alex Johnson and Cole McKay. And it's 2-0 Sault Ste. Marie through 20 minutes of play. UPMC Intermission Report on the way next. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
As a CEO, I want the best from our employees. In return, they want the best from their company, especially when it comes to their health benefits. That's why we choose UPMC Health Plan. It gives our employees in-network access to the best doctors and hospitals, including the world-class care of UPMC. And the best part? It's affordable for all of us.
For the quality, affordable coverage your company deserves, here's the plan, UPMC Health Plan.
With the new Express Sports football and car racing from the Pennsylvania Lottery, you can play your favorite sports at participating retailers, bars, and restaurants. Make your picks on your placelet, like touchdown pass on the third play, or the first 3 cars to cross the finish line, and watch the fast-paced lifelike action on the big screen. With drawings for cash prizes every 5 minutes, there's never a dull moment. Come on, come on. Yes!
Express Sports from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Compete from your seat. Players must be 18 or older. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Hi, this is Ed Rendell. I've got to admit that I was sort of a dinosaur when it came to using social media. But my son found Epic Web Studios, and we began working with them. And they've done an incredible job with us. They've significantly increased our followers on Twitter and Facebook. They make sure that we put up the right things. They capture every good thing that I've said or done on TV and get it out real quickly. And it's been just a revelation to me, and they've been tremendous to work with.
Don't be a dinosaur. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987. The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You oughter be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
Every child deserves a permanent home and a loving family. There are hundreds of children in Erie County who dream of finding their forever family. Consider opening your heart and home to a child. Consider adoption through Family Services of NWPA. Learn more at adoptnwpakids.org. Family Services of NWPA is a proud sponsor of the Erie Otters.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the UPMC Intermission Report. Aaron Cooney here, joined at this time by Erie Otters head coach Chris Hartsburg. Chris, let's go back to last Saturday, and you mentioned before you and I chatted for that game, this team was trying to break a 5-game skid. You wanted to see them come out and skate hard, and you looked like everything that you delivered, that you told me in the interview, your team went out and did against the Guelph Storm and picked up a pretty vital 2 points. to see your team execute the way they did? What all went right that Saturday night?
I mean, certainly I thought we played with a lot of passion in our game. I thought we were engaged in it. We, emotionally and physically, and I think when we're at our best, those are the things we're doing. On the other side of it, we got back on home ice, and I think we've found some success here as of late, and we've played some really good hockey. So, I think it's important for us to really focus on that side of things and understanding, we did beat a really good team, and we came out and played the right way.
How contagious can that be for this group, seeing that when we do what we're supposed to do here and we play as tenacious as we did, that good things come our way? And how can that build going forward the next 21 games? Do you try to inch towards a playoff spot?
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest thing, right? It's got to be our consistency over the last 21 here and playing that type of game. And that's the way we need to play in order to be successful. And, regardless who the opponent is, it shouldn't change. I mean, if it's, we got 10 games left against Niagara Golf in London, if it's one of those 10, then that's the way it needs to be. But, again, from opponent to opponent, we can't change how we play.
Now, yesterday, I guess, try to make the trip up into the Mississauga Steelheads. It didn't work out. Is that a blessing in disguise for this group? Because now could be, depending on when this game's going to be rescheduled with Mississauga, one less 3-3, as you do have a pretty tough stretch here that went through January and into February.
Yeah, I mean, that's one way of looking at it. But the other side of it is the uncertainty of when that game's going to be made up. And I think that never came into play, obviously, in our decision to turn back. It was just more for the safety of our players and making sure we weren't putting ourselves in a dangerous position. But, again, but it is nice to play a team that played the night before, and, that rarely happens for us. And certainly we'll be happy to come out here on home ice and hopefully have a good effort.
Last year, 1-goal games seemed to get away from this group. You only had 11 wins, and you're right up there in the most one-goal games. And even this year, third most one-goal games, but you lead the league in wins in that situation. How has that turned around, and how is that group? Was it learning a process from last year, or is it just this group is even more comfortable in those situations?
Well, I think the way you look at it, for me at least, is we're in every game. There aren't many games where we're out of, as far as the scoreboard goes, and I think that's a testament to our work and our compete level, and those are the things that we've pretty much mandated from day one. Being a young team and being in those situations, you never know how it's going to go, but we've found ways to win hockey games, and certainly winning in overtime, the extra frame has helped us a bit in that regard. But I think it comes down to us just playing a full 60 minutes when we do get in those tight games, and understanding the importance of every play, and especially in those waning moments.
And coming up here in the final stretch, we kind of find ourselves into the place where we expect Hayden Fowler to pop back in. Saw him on the ice, at least skating. You had him going. It looked like trying to get the conditioning back up. But for some of this group, Hayden Fowler's around the corner, Max Gola around the corner. What's the update on these two, and how the rest of this group will be shaping up here towards the next couple months?
Well, we should get Max back here pretty quick. I'm hoping next week. But with Hayden Fowler, unfortunately, he's got mono now. So Hayden will be out here for the next 3 to 4 weeks, and it's just been a tough goal for this young man, and certainly our hockey team. I mean, we miss him out there, obviously, and not being able to add a body in our top six that can help us. But we do get Max back, and that does improve our depth up front. And I think that's somebody we've missed here the last couple of weeks, is his dynamic offensive ability and ability to make plays, and the pace that he'd been on certainly had put him with an elite company here in this league. And we're going to be excited to add him back to our group, but right now we just got to focus on what we have.
Well, with what you do have, and you have the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds tonight that did play last night, and I'm sure after the effort and from what their coaching staff said, they didn't like the way they finished the game, losing 6-1 against the Niagara Ice Dogs. You'd expect them to be ready to go here tonight. How's your team set with an extra day of rest? It wasn't anticipated, and game planning-wise, it goes right in here to take on the Greyhounds.
Yeah, I think they're a team that, they have some excellent players, obviously. They have world-class talent up front and a world-class goalie in net, and, it's going to be important for us to come out and have a good start. I know they've been stressing the importance of their starts and trying to get up on teams, and they've done a good job of that, and it's going to be important for us to match that early and make the pace a high pace game as far as skating, but not giving them easy ice. I know this is a team that plays with a lot of skill, and I think we want to try to frustrate their skill tonight.
All right, thanks, Coach, and good luck here against the Greyhounds.
Yep, thanks, Aaron.
That's Chris Hartsburg of the Erie Otters. We got more coming up on the UPMC Intermission Report. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
With the new Express Sports football and car racing from the Pennsylvania Lottery, you can play your favorite sports at participating retailers, bars, and restaurants. Make your picks on your placelet, like touchdown pass on the third play, or the first 3 cars to cross the finish line, and watch the fast-paced, lifelike action on the big screen. With drawings for cash prizes every 5 minutes, there's never a dull moment. Come on, come on. Yes!
Express Sports from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Compete from your seat. Players must be 18 or older. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Together, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield and AHN St. Vincent Hospital make it easier to get quality care by investing in new facilities close to home, like an enhanced emergency department, renovated operating suites, an all-new cancer center, and the Eastside Health and Wellness Pavilion opening in 2019. Highmark and AHN St. Vincent. Together for health. Together for you. Visit togetherforerie.com to learn more.
Meet you at Molly's before the game, after the game, or for the game. The Modern Irish Pub is the Otters away game headquarters with live stream broadcast. Molly Brannigan's hospitality is rivaled only by her cooking. Our new menu features the finest homemade Irish fare, along with a wee bit of the unexpected. Happy hour is the perfect pre-game. Score with buy one, get one appetizers and discounted drinks. And don't forget to try our Otters Signature Sandwich, the ultimate fan food. Molly Brannigan's, just north of Perry Square on State.
What sedan lets you hit the road and not the gas station? With an average of 37 miles per gallon highway, it's a 2018 Nissan Sentra. This compact sedan has a sporty profile thanks to its sleek aerodynamic design. It also has other great standard features like Bluetooth and remote keyless entry. The 2018 Nissan Sentra. 0 down for only $199 a month. Sign and drive. What's the best-selling SUV in America? It's the Nissan Rogue. 0 down for only $279 a month for 36 months. Sign and drive. The Rogue has standard features such as zero-gravity seats, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and rear cross-traffic alert. 0 down for only $279 a month for 36 months. Sign and drive. Stop in and meet the Rogue family at Interstate Nissan, 1.5 miles south of I-90 on Peach Street.
18 Nissan Sentra, selling price $19,247, VIN JY320068. 18 Nissan Rogue, selling price $26,100, VIN JP503998. Both leases 12,000 miles per year for 36 with Tier 1 credit approval through NMAC. Lease payment is plus tax, title, license, stock fee, and $595 acquisition fee.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Insurance Arena with the UPMC Intermission Report. The Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds have a 2-0 lead over the Erie Otters after 20 minutes of play. I'm Aaron Cooney. Welcome you back in here, too. The Otters and the Greyhounds, final meeting of the season. Erie won the opening one 3-2 in a shootout. But the Greyhounds in the first period stashing a pair to take a 2-0 lead on their own. Let's recap it for you. The Erie Otters, well, they would get the first 2 power plays of this hockey game. First, really not much happened. Erie had a hard time getting to the zone, setting up. Not a threatening opportunity in that first opportunity. But the second power play for the Erie Otters, set up shop, and generate some opportunities. They had 3 shots on goal that Ethan Taylor was able to steer away. He got some help on rebounds by his defenders to clear that puck out quickly. And also, as the Otters were getting the second unit on, a centering pass to an open Alex Gritz. He puts it off the post. That would have put the Otters up 1-0, but it bounces off the inside of the far post, drops in the crease, and then cleared by the Greyhounds. They did look at it, but it was the right call. No goal on that play. And generating momentum off of the 2 kills, the Greyhounds come down, and Mac Hallowell sets up the Greyhounds on a quick switch from defense to offense. Hallowell dish it out to the neutral ice. Two-line pass that's touched on the backhand by Rory Cairns to set it up to be brought in on the right wing side by Alex Johnston. And Johnston, 4th line center here, out with Rory Cairns, 4th line on the board. A shot from the right wing side beats Dan Murphy on the glove hand. 1-0 Greyhounds. They add to it 4 minutes and 33 seconds later, as Barrett Hayton gets the puck at the right circle, lets a shot go that creates a rebound that drops right in front of the goaltender, and getting there in first man to the puck is Cole McKay with his 18th of the season. Slides it through the 5-hole of Murphy. 2-0 Greyhounds as they outshoot the Otters 8-7 in the first 20 minutes. And also kill 2 Erie power plays. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by the Sheridan and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels, proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You ought to be staying with the best. And on tonight, 9 games in the OHL, 8 outside of this one. Let's light it up and see what's going on out there. Saginaw with a 3-0 lead over the Flint Firebirds after 1 period of play. Niagara leads Kingston 3-1 after 1. North Bay, Mississauga, they're tied at 1. Guelph Storm and the Ottawa 67 tied at 1 through 1 period of play. Windsor Spitfires and Sudbury Wolves, they are scoreless after 1 period. Sudbury could do the Otters a favor. That would be a huge help if they can down the Windsor Spitfires. Kitchener Rangers with a 1-0 lead over the Owen Sound Attack. 15:46 left in the first there. The London Knights and the Barrie Colts just underway. 4 minutes into the hockey game. As goes for Oshawa and Peterborough. Scoreless in the first. 5 minutes off the clock in the first period. Second period coming up. Otters and Sioux Greyhounds. The Greyhounds lead the Otters 2-0 after 1 period of play. Seconds on the way next. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Jerry just gradually got worse and worse. Our doctor said the only thing that could save you is a live donor.
Karen's husband Jerry had end-stage liver disease and needed a transplant.
Our oldest daughter said, "Dad, I'm a match, let's do this."
UPMC is the only hospital in the region that does living donor liver transplants.
UPMC saved all of our lives. My girls still have their dad. I still have my sweetheart.
I didn't choose to have my liver fail. I did choose UPMC.
Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. Where are we? The answer is right here, in your hometown, in your neighborhood, in your community. We are here offering 2-year degrees in workforce development where is needed the most. With evening classes, our students can balance life and work without having to leave their community. Visit regionalcollegepa.org for our degree options and application process. Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. This could change everything.
Love where you live? Find yourself here with NPRC and enroll for spring 2019.
Hi, this is Ed Rendell. I've got to admit that I was sort of a dinosaur when it came to using social media. But my son found Epic Web Studios, and we began working with them. And they've done an incredible job with us. They've significantly increased our followers on Twitter and Facebook. They make sure that we put up the right things. They capture every good thing that I've said or done on TV and get it out real quickly. And it's been just a revelation to me, and they've been tremendous to work with.
Don't be a dinosaur. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987.
Welcome to Tim Hortons.
I'll take a coffee and...
How about a bagel breakfast sandwich? They're just 2 for $4.
Oh, I like that.
Freshly prepared with savory sausage, fluffy egg, and melted cheese on a freshly baked bagel. Just 2 for $4.
I like that. I just fist bumped your speaker.
Oh, I just fist bumped you back.
Get 2 sausage, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwiches on a plain bagel or English muffin for just $4. Or mix and match for $4. Great quality at a great value. It's all good at Tim Hortons. No substitutions or additions, limited time only at participating restaurants.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Insurance Arena. Second period on the way. Otters and Greyhounds as the Sioux Greyhounds with a 2-0 lead after the first 20 minutes of play. And into action we go. Erie controls that opening face-off in Drysdale. Out to center ice, right wing side. Overskates on the puck, and Erie offside on the play. 12 seconds in to get in the second. Alex Johnston is 14:09. Cole McKay at 18:42. 2 goals in that first period. coming after the Greyhounds killed 2 Erie Otters power plays. Picking up momentum off of that. We'll take this 2-0 lead. Erie moves the puck into the near side corner of their own end. Morgan Frost picks that one off. Tries to float one towards the front of the net. Off the stick of Curtis Henry, who marches out to center. Steers it left side for D'Amato. Lost the handle right at that blue line, and Erie has to touch back up and get onside as Morgan Frost slows things down, slaps it on ahead. Headman play off the end boards, brought in front. How to Shell, drags it near side, lost the handle, still gets a shot when he puts it off the side of the net. Back out in front. Here's How to Shell. Fans on the play. They hold in at the point. Jordan Sambrook right side. Dishes down low, spiked away by the blade of Curtis Henry. Getting possession once more. It's Sault Ste. Marie, swung across by Sambrook, picked off by Singer. They quickly close on him and take the puck away. On the far side, Pitlick gives ahead. How to Shell. Peels off. Waits for the reinforcements to come on with that shift change. Hayton drops it off. Hollowell. Wrist shot. Save made. Drysdale knocks the rebound to the near corner. Hayton after it. Gives out to the point. McKay. Back to Barrett Hayton. First round pick of the Arizona Coyotes this past NHL draft. And now Hollowell right back to the captain. That's Barrett Hayton. Wrist shot off the mark. Catches the glass. Held in by O'Rourke. He'll slap it right back down to Hayton. Rolls off his backhand. Hollowell keeps it alive. As he feeds it along the corner. Garrett Badubby steps into that one, and Erie can move ahead. And finally, they got to get this D pairing off. It's been out since the start. Here's Badubby. He walks in. Left side circle. Shoots one wide. Fresh bodies on now for Erie. Chaika steers it right back to the far corner. Greyhounds pick this one up. They lead 2-0. And here goes Hollowell to center ice. On for O'Rourke, left wing side. Ran to the boards by Ryan Martin. Continues after it. Badubby will find it along the far half wall. And poke it out ahead to center ice. Just to the reach of Brendan Sellen. And there's Hollowell once more to the puck. Hollowell, round 2 Erie Otters. 4th round pick of the Toronto Maple Leafs this past NHL draft. Gives across. Ryan Roth back behind the Otters net. Has a body with him. He's hit and put to the boards by Jack Duff. That body follows up in Zach Trott. Turned around by Peter Chaika of the Erie Otters. He gets this ahead for Brendan Sellen. Poke check. Quickly on top of him was Robert Khaleesi. Forces Erie to dump it in. It's moved here by Taylor. And now slapped on once more by Jordan Sambrook, the former Erie Otter. His last stop in the Erie Insurance Arena of his OHL career. Wrist shot from the circle blocked by Gritz and Marcus Gillard. Then hoisted ahead by the Otters, bounced to center red. Sambrook will take there. And that from his own circles gives to Khaleesi. Fans on that play. Erie will pick this up right at center red after the pickoff. And Gritz, first only man into it now as he shoots it down deep. Moved by Ethan Taylor. Guys, this one near side. Fed across by Hoffman. No one home. Greyhounds just tosses out to center ice. It'll come to Marcus Gillard. He volleys it towards the Greyhounds line. Sambrook cuts that one off. And it bounces around into Erie territory now with Jordan Sambrook in on the forecheck. He'll head off towards the bench now. And along the far side wall, still poked around. Erie can jar this one loose out to neutral ice. And it's Brendan Hoffman into the zone. Cuts near side. Drops it on the back end. Out Gritz back behind the net. Centers, and it comes right to the Greyhounds. And off they come, 4 bodies strong. Left, right wing side by Johnston. Trying to get right back. Deflects it towards the goal. And Jacob Golden for the Otters. Able to knock it back behind the net. Matthew McDougall ahead. But it's taken off of his stick. Good back check from Johnson. Took it away, but right back to the biscuit of the Otters. And McDougall out through neutral ice. In the zone and leaves the left side corner for Joe Mack. Brought it down to the corner. Noah Sador with it there. In his second OHL game, gives to Golden. Now Jamie Drysdale walks the tightrope. Wrist shot on the way. That never made it on goal. Sador back behind the net. Wraparound tries Sador. Save made by Taylor. And the puck back behind the Sioux net. Here's McDougall. And on for Mack. And cycled along Noah Sador. Spins away from a check, but getting enough of him to knock him down was Warrow. And dumped back the other way. On a clear by the Greyhounds as Drysdale goes to pick it up. Steps in front of Cairns. And shrugs it up the far side wall. Erie cannot clear. Held in and fired back in deep. Howdeshell going to work on Jamie Drysdale. Keegan Howdeshell on for Morgan Frost. Kicks it loose. Trying to dish out to the point for Holden Whale. Intercepted by Erie. They'll chase to make changes here with 15:15 to play. Second period. 2-0 Greyhounds lead. And it's Sault Ste. Marie cruising out the center ice. Pitlick right side. Dishes in front. Frost going to get the tape on it. Dan D'Amato takes for Erie. He's shouldered along the far side boards. Frost going to get that puck away. It is knocked loose. Away from Curtis Henry. Howdeshell takes the pass from Frost. Right back for Morgan Frost. Poke check at the face-off circle. Dan D'Amato can pick this one up right in front of the line, then fire it down the length of the ice, which will result in an icing call of the Otters with 14:47 to go here in the second period. And the Otters, with that icing call back from their own line, will not be able to change. Drysdale wins this one. Could play it up and out of the zone from the far side wall. As they dish in front, here's Hollowell. Gets around one man, poke check, and it comes to the goal, and it's knocked into the net, but washed out. Well, a bouncing puck as Mac Hollowell was bringing that one towards the front of the Erie net. And as it rolled across the goal line, emphatically washed out by Anthony Tapper behind the goal. I don't know if we can get a replay, guys. There we go. Here's Hollowell, and that one's off a stick, off a post. I couldn't see on that replay as quick as it went what else that hit. I don't think it's... That is the whistle. I'll say it's incidental contact with the goaltender. So there's no goaltender interference call or anything. But Dan Murphy not given an opportunity to make a save and cover up that far side of the bouncing puck as it did trickle off the post, set along the goal line, then poked in. So it remains 2-0 in favor of the Greyhounds, and the Otters catch a bit of a break here as they try to climb back into this hockey game, trailing the Greyhounds by 2. Jaika jams it off the wall and into the offensive zone from neutral ice. Barrett Ayton calmly picks that one up, settles that bouncing puck, and feeds it out to center. Off of the forehand of Hollowell, and the Otters can pick this one up. Here's Ryan Martin leading the march. Gives in front, backhand try, Selin scores! Selin fools Ethan Taylor on the backhand shot, and the Otters cut the lead in half, 2-1. Selin's third of the season, and it's Ryan Martin leading the march back after the Greyhounds were unable to connect on that pass in the neutral zone. Hayton to Hollowell, and just settled for the Erie Otters as Ryan Martin steps up and brings the Otters in on their first shot of the period. The Otters get one back. It's 2-1. Greyhounds in control here in the second. Here's Grits, dishes right side. Hoffman, rich shot. That one, a laser beam out of play. Ethan Taylor may have gotten a piece of that one. I'll say it did catch a bit of him. And then out behind the goaltender. The face-off will be to the left of Taylor. He's 7-1-1-1 on the season, a 3.11 goals against average. And an .894 save percentage for the 17-year-old. As the Otters sneak one through the 5-hole on him, and Brendan Selins, third of the season, brings the Otters within 1. Here's Gillard at the point. Wrist shot through some traffic, skips off the body of Taylor. Settles on the far side. Here he delivers out to the point. Another shot on the way. Reaching is Hoffman. Trying to get the last touch on it, deflected into the net, but Golden has it sail out of play. And an offensive zone draw up the way once more for the Otters. Well, Erie, a minus 20 goal differential in the second period. Against a Greyhounds team that is the second most goals scored in the second, 78. Only Niagara Ice Dogs have scored more. 85 on the year. That's a plus 26 goal differential for the Greyhounds in the middle frame. They have the biscuit now after the face-off with Pitlick on the right side with Frost going to the front of the net here, who's knocked down on the way. And the shot off the mark from Pitlick. Sandbrook has it at the point. His shot deflected in front, and Murphy comes up with the save and gobbles up the puck. No rebound. Face off, one shot opportunity blocked by Erie and sent wide, with Pitlick trying to jam it in the front of the net. Add to that play as Noah Sidor pixels up on from neutral ice. Leaves it for MacDougall along the near side corner. MacDougall gets to the point. Curtis Henry with it. Waits, holds, fires, and that's off the mark. Drysdale pinches in. He'll keep it alive. For Joe Mack, off of his backhand and in behind the net. Settled by the Greyhounds. Nice little move to create some space by Morgan Frost. And dishes right side. Carried by LeGarrier out to center ice and into the Erie zone. Drop pass. It's Frost. Tucked near side. Backhand try. Kick save made. And the rebound. Shrugged out to center ice and rolling puck back to Sioux territory. Morrow settles it behind his own net. Changes for the Erie Otters. 12.5 to play. Second period. The Greyhounds hold a 2-1 lead. Morrow. Dish out across the Otters line. Held by Keegan Howdeshell. He's jammed up by Henry. And sent out to center ice. And Erie's going to take this one off the stick of Hollowell. Give across the zone, looking for Chad Yetman. But they're back on the back check. Take this one away. And move it on for Khaleesi to look ahead. He's got room to escape through neutral ice. Hands right. Hollowell leaves it over to the far side corner as he ducks the check coming from Jack Dove. And in behind the Honors net is Chad Yetman on the back end. Feeds D'Amato. Shovel it ahead along the near side wall and out of the zone. Hayton will take over. Gives it right back for Khaleesi. He'll snap it back to the near side corner where it rolls along the goal line. Settled by Murphy for Jack Dove. For his partner, Ryan Martin at the time. And his pass ahead for Dan D'Amato. Further to Yetman. And into neutral ice come the Honors. As Ryan Martin follows this one up. Helps set up and start the play. Gets to D'Amato. Backhand try. He's hit hard by Barrett Hayton. And the shot went onto the net as the Honors sent another one in front. And Singer off a body wide to the near side. Another pass. Yetman in front looking for Singer. Pass was just off the mark behind Daniel Singer. And on out to center ice to clear from Sault Ste. Marie. Here's Ryan Martin, dished ahead. Selin tucks it into the zone. Quickly gathered once more by the Greyhounds. And here's Mac Hollowell. Here run into by Brendan Selin. Takeaway by the Honors. Here's Podubny behind the net with a man in front looking for Chaika. And they get a stick on the pass. And it elevates it on towards the blue line. And away come the Greyhounds. Nice poke check by Ryan Martin. Taken away from Morgan Frost. But he gets it right back onto the back of Brendan Selin. And in they come once more, Johnson. Into the zone along the far side. Poked away, off the boards. Erie finds it. Touch pass from Garrett Podubny to Peter Chaika. It's a shot goal. Sticked away by Taylor. Still loose along the side of the net. Whistle sounds as Ethan Taylor can reach with the blocker hand and gobble that puck up with 10:32 to go here in the second. The Otters starting to threaten. 2-1, Greyhounds lead. Here in the second period, shots 13-11 in favor of the Greyhounds. The draw will be to the right of Ethan Taylor. Here's Alex Gritz. Erie taking that face off, trying to dish out in front. That goes off a stick and nudged out to center ice by the Greyhounds on the clear. Joe Carroll. His little dish is intercepted. Here comes Emmett Sproul with some speed. Works it over to the far side wall. Planted by Holden Whale. It's on out to neutral ice. Followed up the Greyhounds in left wing side. Hoffman tries to put a body into a man. Ducking away is Zach Trott. And the Otters just feed out to center ice. And Jordan Sandbrook takes over. Sproul. Back from center. Shrugs it into the zone. Again, reset by the Greyhounds. And Jordan Sandbrook dishes out ahead. 13 goals on the season. Only two players with more. One of them his teammate, Mac Hollowell, with 16 goals from the blue line. That leads OHL Blue Liners. Jacob Golden stands man up in neutral ice. Settles down and brought back in left wing side. Here's a shot to go from the wall. A sneaky one along the wall from Joe Carroll, but fouled by Dan Murphy. And he covers up the rebound as well. With 9.5 to go here in the second period, the Otters get one back. Brendan Selwyn with his third of the season. At 5:55 from Ryan Martin. To get on the board for the home team. Otters fans would remind you that Dean's Dairy and True Moo Milk are the official milk choice of the Erie Otters. That's Dean's Dairy and True Moo Milk. Pick up a gallon today at your local grocer. One of 9 games on the slate in the Ontario Hockey League here tonight. Everybody underway by now. And for Greyhounds fans, the Saginaw Spirit have a 3-1 lead on the Flint Firebirds midway through the second period. So, everything will wash out as scores stay the same. The Otters, though, looking to tie things up, down by 1 in this, right at the midway point of this hockey game. Fed into the zone by Pitlick. The Greyhounds' Howdeshell picks it up. On for Frost. Back to Pitlick. Poke check by Drysdale. As Daniel Singer looks to clear, he'll nudge it ahead. And the Otters in flight as D'Amato tucks into the zone. Defender goes down, trying to dish back in front for Yetman. That was taken away, and the Greyhounds feed it right to Drysdale on the left wing side. Hit shot to the goal, deflected wide by D'Amato. And it settles on the end boards. Dan D'Amato still after it here. On for Daniel Singer with a man in front. Singer taking off his blade, and Hollowell takes over. And cruises out to center ice. Lays it for Frost. Nudge left side, O'Rourke. And dish right back, bouncing puck. As Frost taken to the boards, Henry takes over for Erie. Chopped up the near side wall by Matthew McDougall. Dan D'Amato to chase, O'Rourke to take over. Wearing a mask, a broken nose he sustained against the Kitchener Rangers not too long ago. So he's wearing the full face shield. Let that heal. It actually broke twice. Basically, took the face shield off. Then next game, hurt it again. So the Otters have Noah Sador. He's here in just his second OHL game, still wearing his full face cage, the bubble on. As it's sent back into the Erie zone behind their goal. Barrett Hayton chasing after. Joe Mack and Curtis Henry defending back behind the Otters net. On down to my right. Under 8 to go in the second frame. Dug out by the Greyhounds. Wrist shot saved by Murphy. The shot from Cole McKay along the far side circle. Seen through some traffic by Murphy. And after the pushing and shoving, we'll move everybody away from the goaltender who has the puck in the glove. And the draw will be to the right of Murphy here. 7:51 left on the clock. Second period. Put to the corner as Barrett Hayton trying to put the Ritz on Ryan Martin right now. Hayton has the puck, brings it up the wall. James on the brakes. Comes back down left wing side. Tucks, fires. Blocked by Garrett Podubny. McKay fishes that rebound out and dishes along for Warrow. Now Hayton along the far side circle. Up the half wall. Shouldered and knocked down by Garrett Podubny. Puck kept alive and the Greyhounds have it. McKay trying to center, looking in front. Duff cuts it off. Takes a shoulder and the Otters do spring loose. And off goes Brendan Selwyn, Erie's goal scorer here tonight. Lays it down to the corner and he goes to chase. Helping out Peter Chaika. Warrow gets that loose, puts it behind his net. McKay to float this ahead, put it right off his teammate. And Barrett Hayton, the Otters, pounce back on top of that puck, but it's moved by McKay. He'll give some ground. Here's Warrow. Trying to slap this one ahead. It bounces right to Brendan Selwyn again. The Otters in the zone left side. Selwyn shoots, saved by Taylor. And holds on with 6:56 to go in the second. The Greyhounds holding to a 2-1 lead. The draw will be to the right of Ethan Taylor out of Trenton, Ontario. 6'1", 186 pounds. As the Otters 90s line takes over, Gritz, Sproul, Hoffman. They win the draw back to Marcus Gillard. Trying to keep this one in here. Shot was blocked. It's going to be picked up and brought right side. Here's Cairns. Hits the brakes now. Waits. Leaves it along the face-off circle. Kalisti jumping on in. One of the Otters went down. That was Sproul, who got caught up with Cairns jumping in. They hold with Sambrook. Point shot. Blocked. Settles onto the near corner. Johnson pokes it behind the Erie net. That's followed up by Joe Carroll. Brendan Hoffman digging away along the far boards. Gathered once more. Johnston. He got the party started here tonight. Firing home his 7th of the season. And the Otters can move this ahead to center ice as Jacob Golden jumps into play. His dish intended for Emmett Sproul. Puck loose in the right wing corner. Here's Brendan Hoffman battling away after it, as is Emmett Sproul. Loose for the Greyhounds, and they scoop it up. And bringing it on out to center ice at the handle, Joe Carroll. Well, he had the handle for a second there, and he lost it on his own. And Erie pokes it out ahead to center ice, just out of the reach of Emmett Sproul. And fired off a stick into the Erie zone. And a high stick and call on the way. The whistle will sound after touched by Brendan Hoffman out at center ice. Marcus Gillard touches up. Whistle sounds and a stoppage here. And for Erie fans looking at the scoreboard for their playoff chase, the Sudbury Wolves have a 1-0 lead over the Windsor Spitfires. So that's good news for Erie with the Spitfires 5 points ahead of the Otters. And they'll see the Windsor Spitfires in 2 Saturdays. Drysdale had his stick knocked out of his hands by Barrett Hayton on the play, and they get the puck right back, and some chance here. Walk out in front. Trott sends it wide. As he's a lone man cutting out in front of the Otters net. As Erie tucks it out to center ice. O'Rourke. His dish ahead for Roth, picked off by the Otters, and Dan D'Amato ahead for Yetman off of his stick hand, and once more settled by the Greyhounds from their own end. 5:15 to play, and it's Hollowell. Shoots it in off the end boards. Drysdale gets there first. Able to jam it away from O'Rourke, but ends up behind the Otters net, and they pick it up. Frost turns, fire, save made, rebound. Quickly bouncing on top of that is Daniel Murphy to hold on. With traffic in front as well. Zach Trott right in front of the net, looking for any sort of sniff at the garbage. Murphy able to find that puck first. Face off to the left of Daniel Murphy, who's stopped 14 of 16 here tonight. With a whole other period to play. We've got 25 minutes left in the hockey game. 5 to go in the second. It's 2-1 Greyhounds. The Otters staying inside here with another 1-goal game. Third most 1-goal games in the OHL the Otters have been involved in. 19 of them on the season. They're 12-5-1-1 in those games. They lead the league in 1-goal game wins with those 12. Feathered behind the net, the Otters countering the other way. Peter Chenka knocked out of the play on a hip check back behind the goal, but Erie stays after. Brendan Selwyn takes the puck away from a man on the near side. And to help out is Chenka, digs it loose. It's a hard shoulder from Hollowell. Scarab Podubny comes across. Haldeshell takes over. And the physicality picking up here in this second frame. Tugging back and forth, Hollowell and Podubny along the near side corner. The whistle will sound. Excuse me, that's O'Rourke who's mixed up there. As he has Garrett Podubny in a headlock, and I think they're going to sit both men. With 4:11 to go in this second period. As Podubny tried to sneak off to the bench, he's grabbed here and moved. Said, hey, you got to go to the penalty box. Both will go for roughing. We'll play 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. With 4:11 to go in the second period, the Greyhounds lead 2-1 here from the Erie Insurance Arena. The face-off, the right of Ethan Taylor. LeGarrier has the Greyhounds control. Snap the right side. Sambrook flying into the Erie zone. Jams on the brakes. The bottom of the right wing circle. Now McKay. Feed it down deep for Barrett Hayton. Jamie Drysdale staying with him. And up that half ball on the far side boards. Hayton along the blue line now. Keeps it along the line, and I'll say he did not as Drysdale able to force him across that blue line. The whole puck came across. The whistle sounds with the Greyhounds offside. And a 2-1 hockey game, 4-on-4 for the next minute 38. Erie looking to come from behind here tonight. Sault Ste. Marie picking both of their goals up during the first frame from Johnston and McKay. Brendan Selwyn here, 5:55 into the second, to cut the lead in half and put the Otters on the board. Erie controls the face-offs. A lot of speed out there. You got Drysdale and Golden out for the Otters as Erie gets it out to center ice. Grabbed by the Greyhounds. Into the zone they come. Frost walks the circle. Wrist shot. That one pinballs wide. Settles on the side of the cage here. Trickles towards the net, and it goes in. Well, that one pinballed in front after the shot from Morgan Frost kicked back in front and appeared to go off the skate of Dan Murphy and somehow finds its way across the goal line in the back of the net. The Greyhounds go back ahead up by 2. It's 3-1. So here's the shot. It ricochets off the end boards and just kind of skips up off the skate as Murphy went down to protect the post and defend from LeGarrier, who was after the rebound off the end boards. An odd bounce here from the Erie Insurance Arena helps the Greyhounds to a 2-goal lead once again. Swept in by Henry as the Otters once again trail by 2. Sproul will pick this one up. The attempted pass by Taylor, found by the Otters' former first-round pick. Brought out to the front by Yetman. And off for Jack Duff after that pass is stuffed out. Brought out towards the front by Duff, poked away by the Greyhounds. They set up Henry at the blue line. Henry for Duff, one of the one-timer, couldn't take it. As the shot go on the wrister, Johnston blocked that one, and it's brought ahead. Look out, here's Hollowell, over-skated on the play. Couldn't pick it up with one hand on the stick on the backhand. And has to double back, give some ground, and wind things up once more. Hollowell into the zone, hands off left. Erie's going to take this away from Joe Carroll. And off comes Emmett Sproul to shovel it down deep. And then head off on the change. 22 seconds left, 4-on-4 with Padubny and O'Rourke in the box. Hayden couldn't take the pass. Hoffman there for Erie. Sends it behind his net. Curtis Henry takes over. Trying to dish across his own end. Hoffman will find there. Wheels out the center ice. Brendan Hoffman cuts near side. Trying to duck between the defenders. It's taken away by the last man in Howdeshell. And off they come out of the box. We're back to 5-on-5 as Keegan Howdeshell sends it off the skate to the near side corner. Howdeshell. Sambrook hits the front of the net. Howdeshell out along the top of the right wing circle. Keeps it in front. Here's one-timer from Hayton. Stopped by Murphy. And they hold on. Murphy, great read on the play to get across with an open man at the bottom of the left wing circle. And holds on to that puck as well. 3-1. The Greyhounds get one back. They give credit to Jacob LeGarrier on that goal. The shot came from Morgan Frost. Ricocheted off of LeGarrier, off the end boards, and off the skate of Dan Murphy into the net. Helped the Greyhounds jump back to a 2-goal lead, 3-1. Shot coming from the point after face-off win. Stick breaks for Jacob LeGarrier. And here are the Otters trying to break out. Fouled at the line. Erie resets. Here's Garrett Padubny now from center. Trying to feed across the zone. That was knocked into midair by Ryan Roth. And with 90 seconds left, the Greyhounds in control. Towards the Otters zone. Handle lost by Howdeshell. And Martin dishes this one ahead. It's right back to the Erie line. As Ryan Martin picks this up. Leaves it at the red line. And Sambrook will take over after the pass from Howdeshell. Just tosses out the center ice. Padubny spins there. And here comes Brendan Selwyn into the zone. Hit by 2 comes the Chaika wrist shot. That was blocked. Chaika battling in front. Gives out to the point. Jack Duff just hammers it back in deep. Selwyn after it. So give right back. as LeGarrier and Chaika continue to go after each other. Erie plays at the point. Henry has a wrist shot, bouncing to the goal, and that one skips off a body wide. Under a minute to go. Sky to the line, not out. Henry nicely holds it. Leaves it for Jack Duff. Has room, winds, fires off a body, and it skips to the near corner. Henry once more from the point. Hands across, one-timer on the way, and Duff misses wide. Here's Curtis Henry, changing on he's looking for his defense partner. It's going to be Drysdale. He'll slap one towards the goal. Kicked out by Ethan Taylor, and that rebound spinning out of control here. Sandbrook with no stick. Erie gets it back, half a minute to go in the period. Henry now waits, holds, cuts across to the far side, sets up Drysdale, one-timer. That was blocked in front. Knuckled ahead. Will it get out of the zone? Drysdale holds in. 17 seconds left. Henry shot off the mark. It's a shooting gallery here in this end at the end of the period. Drysdale now steps around a man. Gives down low. Yetman walks, waits, holds, waits, fires. Blocker save made. Back behind the net. 4 seconds to go. It comes loose. Roth will kick it over the far side, and time will expire on the second period. Well, the Otters had their chances. The final minute of play inside the Sioux end, but couldn't really get anything on net. Lots of opportunities, lots of shots sent wide. And the Greyhounds, after an interesting set of bounces, they get with back as they change the goal. Now it's Morgan Frost who regains the 2-goal lead. The Greyhounds will take a 3-1 lead into the intermission with 1 period left to go. When we come back, we're going to chat with former Erie Otter Jordan Sambrook. His last trip into the Erie Insurance Arena, last trip into Erie, PA, as the Overager finishes up his final season in the Ontario Hockey League. Jordan Sambrook next. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Whether you're an empty nester or a new retiree, when it comes to protecting your health, you want a sure thing you can count on, and that's Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Nationally recognized by J.D. Power for outstanding member satisfaction with Medicare Advantage plans. When you need great customer service, count on Blue. Whoever you are and wherever you're headed, when you need us most, count on Blue. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. This award is neither endorsed nor given by Medicare. For award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
When you have a great name you can trust, you know where you can get a great used car with guaranteed credit approval. Erie Auto Credit, the home of guaranteed credit approval 100% of the time. Stop in today or go to erieautocredit.com.
The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You oughter be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
Sadly, crime can strike anyone at any time. The good news is the Crime Victim Center of Erie County has been here for 45 years helping all victims of crime, be it rape, theft, assault, vandalism, burglary, or abuse. Report any crime to the police within 72 hours to secure your rights to victims' compensation and restitution. Call the Crime Victim Center of Erie County at 454-9414. They'll assist you in filing a claim, and if you need counseling, contact them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You're not alone. The Crime Victim Center of Erie County can help. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
When you need a loan and you don't know where to get it, you gotta call Erie Auto Credit, Erie Auto Credit, and ErieAutoCredit.com.
With the new Express Sports football and car racing from the Pennsylvania Lottery, you can play your favorite sports at participating retailers, bars, and restaurants. Make your picks on your placelet, like touchdown pass on the third play, or the first 3 cars to cross the finish line, and watch the fast-paced lifelike action on the big screen. With drawings for cash prizes every 5 minutes, there's never a dull moment. Come on, come on. Yes!
Express Sports from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Compete from your seat. Players must be 18 or older. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the UPMC Intermission Report. Aaron Cooney here, joined at this time by former Erie Otters defenseman with the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds into its overage year. It's Jordan Sambrook. And Jordan, great to see you. And again, you're rounding out here the final year of junior eligibility. You're coming into Erie Insurance Arena where it kind of started for you. What's it like making this walk one last time in your OHL career?
Yeah, it's definitely awesome. There's a lot of great memories in this rink, especially winning the championship there back in 2017. So it's an awesome walk, and it's going to be a fun night, I'm sure, for myself and, my teammates and the fans and everyone here. So, yeah, like I said, my time in Erie was great, and it's just definitely exciting to be back one more time. Wes Wolf said you messaged him looking to get maybe one more ping pong game in. Think there's time for that here tonight? I don't know. Hopefully. I was messaging him about it. Me and him and BJ used to go pretty hard at the ping pong game there. So hopefully I can beat him one last time. Let's look at this Greyhound squad. And I was just telling you right before we started the interview here, this team does not stop winning. Everybody thought they were going to take a step back, and maybe it was the Saginaw Spirit they're going to win that West Division, but you guys continue to just roll that West Division. What is the secret to the Sioux Greyhound success over the past couple of years now that you've been there for a season and a half? Yeah, for sure. I think just our commitment to our system. We had a lot of young guys come in this year, but our new coaches this year have been really good, implementing a good system. So everyone's buying in, and I think that's kind of a key to it. Our veterans are leading, helping the inner guys out, and the inner guys have been playing really well. So just a team effort has been really key to our success. And has anything changed between coaches, the systems, or anything like that? Anything too different with the group, with the whole with a lot of turnover from last year to this year, and then maybe something different on the coaching side? Not really, actually. They kind of play the same systems we did last year. We're a pretty fast team. We have to use our speed and control the puck. So in that sense, not really. But yeah, I think that's a good thing that they kind of took the same system for the older guys and just introducing it to the newer guys that we play a fast game. Now, for you look at being now into your overage year, and the Greyhounds go out and select a defenseman in the first round, and he's kind of really coming to his own here in his first OHL season. What's it like being that older guy, that older presence between you and Matt Callowell to kind of really groom this next crop of defensemen on the way for the Sioux Greyhounds? Yeah, it's been good. Obviously, I've been trying to lead by example and lead, by my voice in the room. O'Rourke, like you said, our first rounder has been really good, as well as our other younger defensemen there. It's just been a good season, and like you said, me and Matt are just trying to help lead the way and help get as many wins as possible. And you guys have been doing that, still first in the West divisions, just behind the London Knights in the conference. And for you, having a pretty awesome season, 13 goals in the year, you tied for third most out of there, and Matt Caldwell leads the way. So what's the key to success for two defensemen leading the way in goal scoring? Yeah, for sure. Me and Mac both like to get our offensive chances there. But yeah, just the teammates that we got, and it helps it make it a lot easier. Them giving us the puck and us giving to them, to help team get offense. So so I'm fortunate to have those 13 goals so far, and I know Matt, I think he's at 16 now, so hopefully he can keep it going, and hopefully myself as well can keep scoring. You can catch up to him too here. Yeah. Jordan Sandbrook's our guest here on the UPMC Intermission Report. Jordan, this group, as you mentioned right beforehand, before we got on the air, that tough couple of the last two games, lost in overtime to Kitchener Rangers, lost last night that you're going to bounce back against the Niagara Ice Dogs, but this team was still rolling. How have you guys been able to continue that through the trade deadline, and then how you bounce back here today? Yeah, for sure. I think it's just trying to we kept the same team together after the deadline there, so no new additions, kind of help keep the chemistry, I guess. Sometimes adding guys, it can definitely help, but also keeping chemistry is always good. So I think that's kind of been the same, and like I said, just guys being here for the whole year, it's helped us keep that chemistry. And our coach is talking to us that it's a different game after the trade deadline. It's a playoff game basically every night. So our guys have brought it, almost every night, and hopefully we can bounce back for the last two losses. The Otters got the Guelph Storm last week. They're looking to do the same here against another top team in your Sioux Greyhounds. How are you guys prepared for tonight, and knowing that the Otters are a team fighting for their playoff lives here towards the end of the season? Yeah, for sure. They definitely come hard. The Otters, they're a really hard-working team. So I think we got to match that, and hopefully, I think getting one early will definitely help us out here, especially after the tough loss last night. Get our confidence back and try and play a full 60. All right, thanks, Jordan. Have fun here today in Erie. Thank you very much. That's Jordan Sandbrook, defenseman for the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds. More coming up on the UPMC Intermission Report. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
As a CEO, I want the best from our employees. In return, they want the best from their company, especially when it comes to their health benefits. That's why we choose UPMC Health Plan. It gives our employees in-network access to the best doctors and hospitals, including the world-class care of UPMC. And the best part? It's affordable for all of us.
For the quality, affordable coverage your company deserves, here's the plan. UPMC Health Plan.
Meet you at Molly's before the game, after the game, or for the game. The Modern Irish Pub is the Otters away game headquarters with live stream broadcast. Molly Brannigan's hospitality is rivaled only by her cooking. Our new menu features the finest homemade Irish fare, along with a wee bit of the unexpected. Happy hour is the perfect pregame. Score with buy one, get one appetizers and discounted drinks. And don't forget to try our Otters signature sandwich, the ultimate fan food. Molly Brannigan's, just north of Perry Square on State.
Every time you enter the doors at New Motors, you're guaranteed to find the most experienced team in town. They understand the value of teamwork, provide great customer service, fight to get you the best price, and at the end of the day,
outstanding customer service is our goal.
Only at New Motors.
When you visit, remember, tell them Larry sent you.
Okay, we're going to keep this quick.
Because at Blaze Pizza,
artisanal quality at crazy fast speed is what we're all about.
Fresh dough made from scratch daily.
Walk the line and choose any toppings you like.
It's all one price.
Then it's just 180 seconds in our blazing hot oven
for fast fire perfection.
That's Blaze Pizza. Sound good?
Then come check us out and build your own pizza at Blaze Pizza.
Peachtree Square in Erie.
Every child deserves a permanent home and a loving family. There are hundreds of children in Erie County who dream of finding their forever family. Consider opening your heart and home to a child. Consider adoption through Family Services of NWPA. Learn more at adoptnwpakids.org. Family Services of NWPA is a proud sponsor of the Erie Otters.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Insurance Arena. They played 40 minutes. Same lead. Greyhounds ahead of the Otters, 3-1 after 2 periods. I'm Aaron Cooney. Welcome you inside the UPMC Intermission Report. As the Otters, well, things seem to be turning around, it seemed like. Erie's starting to press, create some turnovers. They would score on a turnover as we recap this one after going down 2-0 after the first 20 minutes of play. The Greyhounds adding to with Johnson and McKay in that first frame, and the Otters 5:55 into the second. Great play in the neutral zone by Ryan Martin on the step up. Takes the puck away from Mac Hollowell, who couldn't reel in that pass on a rush with Barrett Hayton, and it's the Otters countering the other way. Martin on to Brendan Selin, and Selin sneaks this one past Ethan Taylor. And the Otters cut the lead in half. It's 2-1. Then we would skate 4-on-4 towards the end of the frame. And just, this one just stings. The way it pinballs into the net for the Sioux Greyhounds. Morgan Frost holds it from the right side. He sends one to the front of the net. It hits off something. One of the Otters in front, or Jacob Laguerrier. But they say, because they did change the goal. At first it was Laguerrier, now it's Morgan Frost. So it goes off the Otters defenseman. Ricochets off the end boards, back out towards the near side post as Dan Murphy is sliding to get into position. That puck just caroms off of his skate and into the back of the net. Just unfortunate bounce for the Erie Otters. And the Greyhounds reclaim the 2-goal lead, 3-1 here in that second period. That's where we're at after 40 minutes of play. Erie 0 for 2 on the power play. The Greyhounds have yet to pick up an opportunity with the man advantage as they head into the third period, where they're 26-0-3-0 when they lead after 2. Shots on goal through 40 minutes. Greyhounds lead that department 18-15 with the final period on the way. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by the Sheridan Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels, proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You ought to be staying with the best. With 9 games on the slate here tonight, 8 other ones. Let's take a look around the league as the Saginaw Spirit lead the Flint Firebirds 4-1. That's after 40 minutes as well. Niagara over Kingston right now, 5-1 through 2 periods. Mississauga 4-3 lead over the North Bay Battalion heading to the 3rd period. Guelph Storm, Keegan Stevenson breaks the 1-1 deadlock. 2-1 Guelph over the Ottawa 67s. Sudbury Wolves holding a 1-0 lead through 40 minutes over the Windsor Spitfires. That's good news for the Erie Otters as they're trying to chase down the Windsor Spitfires. Erie 5 points behind Windsor with 3 games in hand. That's the huge part, that the Otters can make those games up. And they'll also see the Greyhounds. It's a 4-point game coming up in just a couple of Saturdays here from the Erie Insurance Arena when the Otters take on the Windsor Spitfires for the final time on the season. Elsewhere in action, this one doesn't help Erie as the Kitchener Rangers lead the Owen Sound attack 4-0 midway through that hockey game into the 2nd period. Barrie Colts take a 1-0 lead over the London Knights. Jacob Tortora, that's all he's done is score since joining the Ontario Hockey League, leaving the NCAA route. Colts have a 1-0 lead over the London Knights. That's into the 2nd period. Oshawa Generals jump back in front early in the 2nd. 4-3 lead over the Peterborough Petes. 16 minutes to go in the 2nd from Oshawa. Well, we'll take a break. Our final one. Head to the 3rd next. Erie down 2. Greyhounds 3-1 lead over the Erie Otters as we head into the final frame. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Hi, this is Ed Rendell. I've got to admit that I was sort of a dinosaur when it came to using social media. But my son found Epic Web Studios, and we began working with them. And they've done an incredible job with us. They've significantly increased our followers on Twitter and Facebook. They make sure that we put up the right things. They capture every good thing that I've said or done on TV and get it out real quickly. And it's been just a revelation to me, and they've been tremendous to work with.
Don't be a dinosaur. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987. At ServPro of West Erie County, no job is too big and no question is too small. So when fire or water damage strikes your home or business, call on ServPro of West Erie County at 814-806-1987. That's where you'll find a team of specialists that's faster to any size disaster. So when the things that matter most are on the line, call ServPro of West Erie County, 814-806-1987 to help make fire and water damage like it never even happened. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. Where are we? The answer is right here, in your hometown, in your neighborhood, in your community. We are here offering 2-year degrees in workforce development where is needed the most. With evening classes, our students can balance life and work without having to leave their community. Visit regionalcollegepa.org for our degree options and application process. Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. This could change everything.
Love where you live? Find yourself here with NPRC and enroll for spring 2019.
The 2018 Mitsubishi Mirage and G4 sedan, your choice now, only $99.88 at $149 a month. Did you know that it only takes less than $3 in gas to get from Erie to Meadville or vice versa in a Mitsubishi Mirage and Mitsubishi G4 sedan? Both vehicles get over 40 miles per gallon highway and come with standard features such as rear view camera, a 7-inch touchscreen, and Bluetooth, along with Mitsubishi's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Yes, that's right. You can choose either vehicle for only $99.88 at $149 a month. Come see the exciting lineup, including the all-new Eclipse Cross, only at Interstate Mitsubishi, 1/2 mile south of the Mill Creek Mall on Route 99.
Discount on both vehicles includes $500 dealer APR cash, which requires financing through dealer indirect lending service. Payments are free today, 4 months at 4.9% with Tier S approval. Price is prior to tax, title, and license. Discount may not be combined with any other offers.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back here inside the Erie Insurance Arena. 20 minutes on the clock. Otters trail the Sioux Greyhounds 3-1 through 40 minutes of play. And the Greyhounds carry a 26-0, 3-0 record when they lead after 2 periods. And the Otters have to net 2. Tie this one up right now. I'm Aaron Cooney. Welcome you back into Erie, Pennsylvania. As the Otters guilty of an icing call 6 seconds into the frame. Face off back to Erie ice and left side of Daniel Murphy. This face off, one back by the Otters. Drysdale ahead for Daniel Singer along the right wing side. And then Chad Yetman into the zone. Comes to Drysdale, jumping into the play, but he can't get a shot away. Poke checked by Legary at the last second. Henry now from the point. His shot hit his own man. Chad Yetman out in front. And scooped towards neutral ice by the Greyhounds. Erie, though, gets it right back. Drysdale to Sproul. Singer now right side. Sproul waits. Dish in front. 6-8 made. Here's Henry to the goal. Sliding across is Taylor to make a shoulder stop on Curtis Henry. Howdeshell the counterattack. Wrist shot. Blocker save makes. Gives right back out in front. And the Otters, Chad Yetman. We already saw one of those bounce, unfortunately, for the Otters. It's Yetman settling that bouncing puck down. And now on for Curtis Henry to lug ahead to center ice. And then hoisted in by Emmett Sproul. Settles off the shelf, and the Otters hit a steal as a bouncing puck rolled away from Mac Hollowell. It's Chaika chasing along the near side corner. Al Podubny twist onto the circle, looking for Brendan Sellen. Gathered by Mac Hollowell. He sends it out to center ice off his skate, swept in by McKay. And at 15 seconds off the clock, begin this third period. The Greyhounds carry a 3-1 lead to begin this frame. As Peter Chaika marches 2-on-3 into the zone. Drifts towards the right wing circle. His shot is blocked off the skates of O'Rourke. Settled down by Brendan Sellen. He has the goal tonight for the Otters. Off for Garrett Podubny. Wrist shot save made by Taylor. As that was just great positioning from Taylor at that one. A little bit of a late reaction to him and goes right off his chest. McKay takes over from his right side. Dishes it out ahead. Erie intercepts there. The intended pass from Jack Duff is off the mark, and Erie will be guilty of an icing call from neutral ice, so they don't have to put out the tired unit. But the face-off will come down to Erie territory to the left of Dan Murphy. Alex Grit steps into this one. A few changes of the lines for head coach Chris Hartsburg, trying to spark something here. Look out, bounced in front. Well, they used the board so well, but that one did not work out for the Greyhounds as Zach Trott could not pick it up, and the Otters march the other way. Long-range try from MacDougall is blocked. And a chance for Carroll to carry to center ice and into the Erie zone left side for Whale. Out in front, bouncing puck comes the goal, knocked away by the glove of Murphy. And here's Trott once more in the near corner. They get loose, trying to bounce it onto the front. That goes off his skate. And flips on out towards neutral ice, where it's settled once more by the Greyhounds. Moved ahead. Here's left wing entry from Carroll. With Trott the sidecar. Gives the Trott. Poke check by Grits out of the near side corner. Feeds it around the horn. And out left wing, the Otters' Matthew MacDougall can bounce it from center red towards the Greyhounds line, with Sault Ste. Marie takes over. Ron dishing it on back in the defense now for the Greyhounds ahead. Johnson from Hollowell, right back to Hollowell. He's D'd up by Jamie Drysdale, the Erie Otters. And along the near side corner, Greyhounds looking to go to work. D'Amato pokes one loose. Henry knocked down. Mack can take the puck for Erie, and Noah Sador. Right back to Joe Mack. Right side, D'Amato into the zone. Waits, fires one to the goal, off a stick, and it sails over the head of Taylor, the goaltender. Now the battle on the far side. Sador, he's going to pick that one out of the pile-up and give the Drysdale at the point. Feeds down low. Sador takes it off the boards. Back out towards the point. Picked off. And Johnston out ahead for the Greyhounds. Left wing side. Drop pass. Followed up by Barrett Hayton. Look out for the man on the back side that couldn't be reeled in by Mac Hollowell. And Erie, a chance to counter on a rush. Shot from D'Amato's off the mark. It'll hit the near side corner glass, and Barrett Hayton takes over. Kind of lost an edge. Spun out of control. Hollowell follows up. He leaves it for Hayton as he gets across the zone. Fresh bodies on for Erie. Emmett Sproul pokes away from Hayton. And dished out ahead to center Yetman. Right side, wrist shot. That's shrugged away by Taylor. Erie pounces on the rebound and gets it right back down low. Chad Yetman spins away. Looks for a man in front. Jumping in is Martin, and he can't take the pass. He was a little ahead of him. Singer blasts one to the goal. And that one patted away by Taylor. They'll find Martin. Left side for Jack Duff. The left-hander just drops it back in down deep. Here's Sproul trying to nudge it loose. Taken away by Hollowell. Erie pinches in. And The Greyhounds get this one ahead, and they create a 2-on-1. Howdeshell right wing side with Frost. Howdeshell shoots, saved by Murphy, and he sends it to the near side corner. Duff follows up back behind the net. With 4.5 off the clock here in this final frame of the hockey game. Erie down 3-1 to the headman pass off the mark. Erie's guilty of an icing call. And the draw will be to the right of Dan Murphy. Yep, going to take the face off for Erie. It's pulled back. Here's Laguerre. Shot save made. Rebound in front. Moved by Erie right to their goaltender as Jack Duff able to fight off the forward in front and allow Dan Murphy to gobble that up. Sault Ste. Marie with the edge in face-offs as well. Winning 24 of 40. And another one coming up to the left of Dan Murphy. Barrett Hayton trying to tie up the Otters centerman, Garrett Podubny, who's taking the draw and kick it loose. They gain possession, however. Some checking work back behind the Otters' goal. McKay delivers to the point, slapped in further by Warrow. Hayton behind the net. Going to get away from Marcus Gillard. Comes back to Warrow. He's turned around along the far boards as Chaika hoists this ahead to center. It'll roll, and the first man back is Laguerre. Speeds it right back towards the Otters' end. That goes off the backhand of Cartier, and Erie can pick this one up and try to reset. And leading the march ahead is Jacob Golden. Run off the puck, leaves it to his left as Garrett Podubny fires one wide and settles along the near side half wall. Podubny looking, and now Chaika. McKay takes it away, stepping in front of Peter Chaika, backhands it out to center ice. 5 minutes and 40 seconds off the clock here in the third frame. Podubny in his own right wing side. Tucks it down for Brendan Sellon. One more pass, Chaika along the goal line. He couldn't handle it. Drysdale will pick it up along the far side corner. Just on. Feeds it down deep, looking for Brendan Sellon. Pass was chipped away. Here comes Sault Ste. Marie towards center, and Drysdale on top of that puck once more with that great skating ability. And forces the Greyhounds to jam up along the near side wall as Roth trying to tuck it in. Poke check by Drysdale, trying to force the issue here, 4 in gold. But Erie can't get possession. Set off a skate to the Otters' end. Drysdale there for the Otters. Around the horn for Curtis Henry. Here's McDougall trying to tuck it ahead. Picked off. And here's Carroll. Wrist shot save. And the Otters move it ahead. McDougall bounce for Brendan Hoffman. Rolling puck. Still rolling on down the right wing corner. The Otters chase after here. Poked to the goal by Hoffman. And a nice save by Taylor. Just a bobbled puck. And Hoffman trying to make something out of nothing on that play. But nobody able to settle that puck down. It's forced out to center ice here. And Henry will put a bump on Zach Trott. That'll free things up. Hoffman from center ice now. He sees, takes a peek over his bench, sees everybody's changing, decides to drag it into the zone. Pushes it down to the near side corner. Hollowell there for Sault Ste. Marie. And the white shirts spring ahead to center ice. Roth leaves it for Hollowell with speed, left wing side to the Erie zone. Walks in, wrist shot just off the mark. And they'll carry him off the corner boards all the way to center ice, where Jordan Sambrook resets. Changes on the way behind the play for Sault Ste. Marie. Was brought in by McKay, left wing side. Twists, pivots, lays it for Sambrook, left side circle. Cuts in the middle of the ice here. Sambrook lost the handle as he ran into Sador, and then chops it down to the far side corner. Karen's chasing after it. It's Ryan Martin for Erie. Shovels it up the near side. D'Amato pinned along the wall by Whale as Johnston gets that thing loose. And Karen now, centering pass, comes out in front. Wrist shot, McKay, save, Murphy. As he holds on. That pass was intended to go back out in front for Johnston, but it pinballed right off something in front to the tape of McKay. It was wide open in the slot. Good stop for Dan Murphy to keep the Otters within 2. 12:21 remains here in the third, and it's 3-1 Sault Ste. Marie. Drysdale feeds this one on out towards neutral ice after the face-off win. Holden Whale takes over. He'll rattle it into the zone and chase after it, pick it up back behind the net. Whale chops it to the near corner as he heads back to the blue line. Yetman can scoop it up, lift it out towards center ice. Emmett Sproul follows up, but it's poke checked by Jordan Sambrook. It's out ahead. The bench opens up there. A hit check from Curtis Henry. The puck inside Erie territory. Bounce back out to center ice by the Otters. Jamie Drysdale as Yetman run off the puck. Now a penalty on the way to Frost as he knocked down Daniel Singer. And a third power play chance for the Erie Otters tonight. The Greyhounds have not had one today. Erie playing well disciplined here tonight, but a slashing call goes to Jordan Sambrook. And the Plymouth Tavern power play will take the ice for a third time tonight. Face off to the right of Ethan Taylor. Played to the corner by Sault Ste. Marie. They'll pick this up, lift it on down ice. Snared by goaltender Murphy out of midair. And they'll settle it down for Drysdale. Spidubny wipes out behind the plate. He's going to get back into it here as Drysdale snakes his way to center. Shoots it in from the right side. On the far side corner, Hollowell gets low to that puck, trying to keep it alive. But Erie can settle it down as Garrett Spidubny, a little out of whack right now, finally settles it down, gives the Chaika left side, throw it in front, looking for the tap in, just past the tape of Chad Yetman. Hayton scoops this on away, picked up by Erie, near intercept by Yetman on the dish by Hayton on back to O'Rourke, and then cleared down to Erie ice. Drysdale turned around by Barrett Hayton, and a penalty coming up to Hayton. A holding call to Barrett Hayton, and the Turkeys on the table for the Erie Otters with a 5-on-3 power play opportunity for 1 minute and 12 seconds. Down by 2. Can reuse one here, at least one for the Erie Otters. Now we'll see a timeout from head coach Chris Hartsburg. This group out there for 48 seconds. The top unit up to start that power play. So rest up the number 1 unit. Get them right back out there. Down by 2. And a 2-man advantage on the way for the Plymouth Tavern power play. As assistant coach Wes Wolf will draw it up on the whiteboard. We'll see Daniel Singer, Garrett Spidubny, Chad Yetman, Jamie Drysdale, and Peter Chaika, the 5 for the Erie Otters, on the ice in this power play unit. Morgan Frost, Mac Hollowell, and Jacob Laguerriere on the PK unit for John Dean. Second-ranked PK unit in the league at 82.1%. They've done well so far tonight, killing off 2 power plays earlier back in the first period. The Otters will hold in after that forward face-off push by the Greyhounds. Here's Drysdale. Drifts to his right. Gives to Spidubny on the left wing circle. Walks in. Turns back to Drysdale now. Right side. Skips off the stick to Peter Chaika. They'll settle it down now. Trading places all around. Drysdale, one-time shot blocked in front. That one stung Hollowell as the puck sent up the line. Not out. Gloved down by Singer. Erie resets. Here's Spidubny's shot. That's off his stick. Steered back behind the goal. Erie finds Chad Yetman. Broken stick for Morgan Frost after that shot block. Garrett Spidubny on the right wing side. Got to make something happen here. They hand off. One-time shot. Singer save made. Rebound shoveled ahead and cleared by Laguerriere as the Otters didn't have anybody in front on that opportunity to find a rebound. A one-timer from Daniel Singer. 20 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Yetman into the zone, right wing side. Poke check by Laguerriere. They'll feed it on to Chaika on the half wall. Up top, it's Drysdale. Here he shovels a stick out of the way. They set it up down low. Yetman now comes up the top of the circle. Gives to Chaika, right side. Can put up the one-time shot off a body. Laguerriere blocks it and then delivers it down the ice. As the first penalty expires, Sambrook steps out. Chaika takes the handle now. Gives to his right, Jamie Drysdale. Speeds the center. Moves left, drops the puck in, runs into Hollowell, chases it down to the far side. 30 seconds left on the power play. It's 5-on-4 now, and it's skipped back to Erie Ice on the clear. With Johnston finishing the play. 20 seconds left on the power play. And the second unit on for the Otters. Golden will bring this puck ahead. For Jack Duff, rather shoot in. 10 seconds to go. Hollowell still out here. Ritz ties him up. Selin trying to dig this one loose. Sproul in the neighborhood also. Hayton's out in 2 seconds. One. Here he comes. Power play over. They killed off a minute 12 of 5-on-3 time. Here's Brendan Selin now. Knocked down on the near side corner. Greyhounds grab the puck. They'll move it out ahead. Johnston floated ahead looking for McKay. Off of Golden. Knocked down. Backhand try. Save made by Murphy. Shot back to the goal. Rebound in front. Greyhounds send it wide as McKay puts it to the far corner. And out ahead for Brendan Selin. He's shouldered. Pinched off on the play. And with the puck is Sault Ste. Marie's Jordan Sambrook. Weaves his way into the Erie zone. Right wing Searle. And his shot off a stick wide. The final 8:15 of this hockey game. And the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds with the lead. 3-1. As Erie could have used that golden opportunity. Lengthy 5-on-3. The Greyhounds great penalty killing. Keep Erie off the board. Now onto the final 8 minutes of play. And Erie needs 2 to tie. Hoff into the zone. Wrist shot from the right side off the stick wide. But Erie able to block that one. Penalty on the way. This one's going to go against the Otters. Kind of knew the next one was coming against the Erie Otters. As look out. Roth hands off across. On for Frost. Wheeling away. They got the goaltender off. Extra man on. Wrist shot. Glove save. And holding on is Murphy. That will bring the whistle and a power play for the Greyhounds with 7:30 to go. Third period and a 3-1 lead for the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds. Brendan Hoff into the box. 2 minutes for slashing. Otters fans, keep your clothes in top shape with Chido's Dry Cleaners. Complete accessible drive-through and free pickup and drop-off. Chido's Cleaners is second to none. That's Chido's Dry Cleaners, the official dry cleaning service provider of the Erie Otters. Planet Fitness penalty kill takes the ice for the Otters. First time tonight. It's the 9th ranked power play unit in the league at 23.4% for the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds. We'll reset, drop this puck one more time. The Otters PK at 66%. Sits 20th in the league. Out of 20 teams. Face off. Battled for at the circle, picked up along the wall by Jack Duff. He'll bounce it down the ice. Best case scenario, you're down 2 and down to the final 5.5 to go when this thing's all done with this penalty. Greyhounds lead 3-1, and on the power play for the first time tonight, they'll drop it off at center red for Frost. Left, right wing side into the zone, McKay to Hayton with a man in front, peels off and gives to the blue line instead. Hollowell. Left side circle, it's Morgan Frost. First shot stopped and held to by Dan Murphy. Just about 2 hours south down I-79. Former 4th overall pick of the Sioux Greyhounds in 2012. He began his Pittsburgh Penguins career as Jared McCann. Moved from the Florida Panthers onto his 3rd team in the NHL now with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Wrist shot from McKay, sails high. There's Jerry McCann, part of this group. Couple playoff series in this building against the Erie Otters. Here's Frost, left wing side, back in front. Here's Howdeshell, and he sends it over the net on the tap play in front. McKay for Howdeshell. The near side, at the corner. Frost pokes it loose. Once more McKay and Frost again. Twisted out towards the blue line. Gathered in by Hollowell. Works his way right. He'll hand off to Hayton. He waits. Poked away as getting the stick in the passing lane is Joe Mack to force him back out the center ice. And Morgan Frost resets. Steps around a man. Leads for Howdish on the left wing side. Now Hollowell. Now to Hayton on the right side. All the way down to the face-off top of the circle for Howdish into the slot here. Otters 2 sticks. Tie him up. And Drysdale picks this one up. Got a man ahead here. Reeled in by Gritz on a breakaway. Gritz shoots. Saved by Taylor. As Alex Gritz tried to go 5-hole, and he's denied by Taylor. 2-on-1 the other way. Hayton walks in. Wrist shot. Save made. Rebound. Erie knocks it up the near boards and out to center ice. Sambro can gather there. But a golden opportunity for the Erie Otters as Drysdale springs Alex Gritz off on a breakaway. But can't beat Taylor. 5-0. Power play over. Erie after it in the offensive zone. 5:20 remains here in regulation time. It's 3-1 Greyhounds. Erie has to find some offense. They need 2 of them quickly. For the next 5:15 now. Other way, here comes Trott. Runs into Ryan Martin. Roth follows up back behind the net. Grabbed by Chaika as it rolls off the handle of Roth. Followed up by the Otters. Jack Duff. He rambles in left wing side of the offensive zone. It's a shot goal. Shouldered away. The rebound to the corner. And trying to settle down is Yetman. Wanted to bounce at the Chaika. Picked off. And here's Legarrier out of his own circle. Speeds out the center ice. And leaves it for Trott as he enters the zone. Fanned on the shot. Poke checked by Golden at the same time. And off comes Emmett Sproul, head of steam left wing. Walks in, a wrist shot. Glove save. Taylor holds on. With 4:38 to go in the third. And the Greyhounds lead 3-1. Alex Gritz, snake bit here tonight. He hit a post during a power play back in the first. And then a shorthanded breakaway. Wanted to go 5-0 on Taylor. Stopped on the shot. As Taylor comes up with his best here in the third. Still within striking distance, the Otters here. As Mac Hollowell goes for a skate back towards its own end. Now looks ahead. Dish out right wing side. Quickly turned around by Marcus Gillard of the Otters as he forces Pitlick back. And the Greyhounds towards their own line. Joe Mack for Dan D'Amato. Gillespie bounces it ahead off the skate of the linesman. And rambling goes Pitlick. They give it right back on the right wing side. Dropped in by Johnston. And in behind the goal, Carroll. Far side corner, watched by Marcus Gillard. 4 minutes to go here in this hockey game. 3-1, Greyhounds lead it. Pitlick tied up. Here he takes the puck away. Going to tap it along for Jacob Golden, wanted to force the issue. Has to go for a skate, reels it in on the backhand, flips it in, and will head off on the change. Greyhounds find the puck from the near side corner. Hollowell to Johnston. Cross ice feed. Tucked in for Morgan Frost along the right wing circle. Skates up towards the blue line, drops it off. Howdish just on. Watched by Gritz. Taken by the Otters for a second, but they couldn't clear as Sambrook holds in. And now Gritz an opportunity. He'll move it out to center ice as Selin takes a hit. Makes the play on the dish for Jamie Drysdale back to the Otters circles. He'll find Brennan Hoffman. Bouncing puck. Couldn't settle it down. Here comes Frost the other way. One hand on the stick. It's a sharp angle triangle that hit the side of the net. And Drysdale speeds off. Gives ahead for Brendan Selin. 44-4 into the zone. Right side, Hoffman, the man in front. Shot. That was blocked. But Gary stepped in front of it. It's still loose along the near side. Settled down by Zach Trott. They had Drysdale out in front. Couldn't get it to him. And Howdish drifts into the Erie zone. Flips it ahead here. Backhand try. Rolls to the goal line. And the Otters clear it away to the near side. As they deny Jordan Sambrook the tuck in. But here's Frost towards the front of the net. Bouncing puck. Erie pokes it loose to the near side corner. Inside Erie territory. Hoffman chases. Again, Howdish just holds in. Just shrugs it down low. And Henry skies it ahead to center ice. Chaika with Erie changing behind the play. Spins away from one and now works in right wing side. Cuts into the ice now with a shot from the circles. And sails wide, and they may have got a stick on that play. It's a 3-1 hockey game. Erie in the zone here. Martin's shot. Snapped it just wide. Hayden against Sproul to the far boards. McKay knocks it loose. And now Howdish with 2:15 to go in regulation time. They get it ahead to center ice. Whistle sounds offside with Hayden trying to bring it into the zone. 2:11 to go from the Erie Insurance Arena. And the Otters need 2 to tie. Draw in front of the Erie bench. We'll watch the goaltender to our left. Dan Murphy now between the pipes. The time winding down. They'll want to get the extra attacker on if you can get him into the zone and gain possession as Jack Duff. Cross corner shoot it. Settles off the boards. Wales going to move it for the Greyhounds. Hollowell then quickly ahead. They spring out to center ice once more. McKay looking for Cartier along the left wing side. Further down towards the goal line. As McKay gives it right back for Whale. He couldn't keep possession at the blue line. Forces them back to their own end. 95 seconds to go in this hockey game. Sault Ste. Marie leads 3-1. Tucked back to the Otter zone again. Jack Duff is there for the gold shirts. They'll find Golden. And now Singer. Yetman head to center ice. Goaltender coming off. Yetman trying to get around one. Chops it to the front of the net. Goes right past Emmett Sproul. Extra attacker on for Erie. Empty net. Podubny sends one high over the net. Yetman back behind the goal now. Stick handling. Looking to pass off for Podubny. Poke checked away from him. Barrett Hayton takes over with an open net as he cruises out to center ice. Loose to the blue line. Hayton back to it for the empty goal. He scores. Barrett Hayton delivers it to the open cage. And that'll seal the deal here. His 19th of the season. And the Greyhounds lead 4-1. The home winning streak looks like it'll come to end at 4 games for the Erie Otters against the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds team, keeping pace with the Saginaw Spirit to hold the top of the West Division. Still trying to catch the London Knights if they can. They lead 4-1 here. Greyhounds will split the season series with the Erie Otters. Erie took the opening meeting in a shootout. This one sent down ice. Icing is washed out. O'Rourke back for the Greyhounds to scoop it up with half a minute to go. 4-1 with the empty netter for Barrett Hayton. As Sador looks to chase out O'Rourke. Erie in action tomorrow afternoon, a 4 p.m. start from the First Ontario Center in Hamilton. Erie will round things out with the Bulldogs on the season. The Hamilton Bulldogs will have the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show for you at 3:45. Right into action at 4 o'clock. 3 seconds ago with the Otters after the puck in their own end. Joe Mack skates it out to center, and time will expire on the hockey game. Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds snap their 2-game losing skid, and it's Erie taking the road tomorrow afternoon to take on the Hamilton Bulldogs. Final score 4-1. Greyhounds prevail over the Otters. We'll be back with the Duskus Martin Funeral Home post-game show right after this. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
With the new Express Sports football and car racing from the Pennsylvania Lottery, you can play your favorite sports at participating retailers, bars, and restaurants. Make your picks on your play slip, like touchdown pass on the 3rd play, or the first 3 cars across the finish line, and watch the fast-paced lifelike action on the big screen. With drawings for cash prizes every 5 minutes, there's never a dull moment. Come on, come on. Yes!
Express Sports from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Compete from your seat. Players must be 18 or older. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Hockey is back in the city of Erie, and you won't want to miss any of the hard-hitting, fast-paced Erie Otters action at the Erie Insurance Arena. Join the Otters for our next Winning Wednesday on February 6th when the Erie Otters host the Kitchener Rangers at 7 p.m. and get into the game for only $10. Don't miss the NHL stars of tomorrow, today. Get your tickets at the Erie Insurance Arena box office, online at ottershockey.com, or by calling 814-452-4857.
What sedan lets you hit the road and not the gas station? With an average of 37 miles per gallon highway, it's a 2018 Nissan Sentra. This compact sedan has a sporty profile thanks to its sleek aerodynamic design. It also has other great standard features like Bluetooth and remote keyless entry. The 2018 Nissan Sentra. Zero down for only $199 a month. Sign and drive. What's the best-selling SUV in America? It's the Nissan Rogue. Zero down for only $279 a month for 36 months. Sign and drive. The Rogue has standard features such as zero-gravity seats, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and rear cross-traffic alert. Zero down for only $279 a month for 36 months. Sign and drive. Stop in and meet the Rogue family at Interstate Nissan, 1.5 miles south of I-90 on Peach Street.
18 Nissan Sentra, selling price $19,247, VIN JY320068. 18 Nissan Rogue, selling price $26,100, VIN JP503998. Both leases 12,000 miles per year for 36 with Tier 1 credit approval through NMAC. Lease payment is plus tax, title, license, stock fee, and $595 acquisition fee.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back here inside the Erie Insurance Arena where the Erie Otters follow the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds 4-1, your final here tonight. As the Otters' 4-game winning streak on home ice comes to an end. And they'll have to try another night for win number 20 on the season. Erie does not move in the standings at all, obviously. And right now, well, scoreboard watching to make sure nothing happens with the Spitfires either. Windsor trails the Sudbury Wolves 2-1. 9 minutes to play in the third period. We'll watch that one throughout the Duskus Martin Funeral Home postgame show. Duskus Martin working tirelessly to give your loved ones dignity. I'm Aaron Cooney as we welcome you back in to wrap things up here from Erie, Pennsylvania, the Erie Insurance Arena. Then Erie heads to the road tomorrow morning, a 4 p.m. start in Hamilton at the First Ontario Center. See a couple of our old friends, Josh Wayman and Vince Lace. But here tonight, the Otters would fall behind 2-0 in the first as the Greyhounds open the scoring at 14:09. A pass out ahead. Just a great work along the right wing wall by the Greyhounds to bounce it ahead. Johnston does the rest. Snaps it over the glove hand of Dan Murphy from the right circle on a 2-on-1. 1-0 Greyhounds. It all comes after they kill off 2 Erie power play opportunities where the Otters sent one off the post. Gritz was found right out in front, all by himself between the face-off dots, jams it off the post. That puck settled in the blue paint, and that puck bouncing around, cleared by the Greyhounds for Erie could pounce on it for the game's opening goal. Greyhounds pick up momentum off of that and leads to that Johnston goal to make it 1-0. At 18:42, they get another one with a rebound in front of Dan Murphy. The shot from Baird Hayton goes off of his body, and Cole McKay, with his 18th of the season, able to stash it through the legs of Dan Murphy. 2-0. Erie, though, bounces back. Started that second period, 5:55. Great step up by Ryan Martin on this play, as Hayton was trying to find Mac Hollowell in the neutral zone. Went off of his blade. Martin steps up. He brings it the other way, looking like the offensive defenseman that Hollowell was unable to finish up on that play. He dishes off to Brendan Sellon, and Brendan Sellon sneaks it through the legs of Ethan Taylor. And the Otters on the board. It's 2-1. But late in that second period, 4-on-4 hockey at 16:30. Just a weird bounce. It just deflated. You can just tell it just deflated the team. The way it pinballs off in front. The shot from Morgan Frost is going wide. It hits off an Otters defender. Kicks off the end boards. Karam's to the near side post where it bounces off the skate of Dan Murphy, who was sliding to get into position off his skate and his pad, and just rolls across the goal line. And it was just that deflating goal with only 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the period. And it's just, what are you going to do? It's bounces sometimes go your way. Sometimes bounces don't go your way. That one did not go the way for the Erie Otters. They go down 3-1, head to the third period, just could not find the offense, especially on a 5-on-3 power play opportunity for 1:12. Credit to where credit is due to that Greyhounds PK unit. Second in the league, they kill off 4 minor penalties, including 1:12 of 5-on-3 time. killed off, and the Otters still trying to get back. Now they're killing a penalty. The PK unit would go 1-for-1 tonight, and looking to get offense out of it. Drysdale finds Alex Gritz, springs him off on a breakaway, but Ethan Taylor's best of the night stops Alex Gritz, looking to go 5-hole. Stays 3-1. They had an empty netter, Barrett Hayton. With 1 minute and 1 second left, that does it on the hockey game. That'll ice it 4-1 your final as Erie falls to the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds. Split the season series with both teams winning at the opposing building. Let's take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by the Sheridan Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels, proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You Otters staying with West. The best. Saginaw downs Flint 4-2. Niagara will take this one 5-1 over the Kingston Frontenacs. Mississauga defeats North Bay 6-3. Going to overtime in Ottawa. Guelph Storm, Ottawa 67. They're tied at 3. Sudbury jumps ahead 3-1 over the Windsor Spitfires. That's good news for the Erie Otters. Kitchener Rangers 4-0 over the Owen Sound Attack. That's bad news for the Erie Otters. 1-1 Barrie and Hamilton with 2 minutes left in the second. Oshawa climbing to a 7-4 lead over the Peterborough Petes with the second period expiring in 6 seconds. Here at tonight's Ironworkers Local Union number 3's Ironman of the game with tonight's 3 stars. Third star is Cole McKay, his 18th of the season, had a goal and an assist for the draft-eligible Sioux Greyhound. Brendan Sellen, the second star for the Erie Otters. He had a goal here tonight, his 3rd of the season. And Mac Hollowell, the number 1 star on the evening, all over the ice. He seems to always be all over the ice here in this building. He picked up an assist on the night and 4 shots on the evening. This has been the Duskus Martin Funeral Home post-game show. And an important couple of, an important week coming up for the Erie Otters starting next week. Erie will travel tomorrow morning, take on the Hamilton Bulldogs at 4 p.m. Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show at 3:45. Then that following week is a big one. The Otters with 3 games, all on home ice. They'll take on the Kitchener Rangers on a Wednesday, February 6th. Friday against the Oshawa Generals. Saturday here at the Erie Insurance Arena against the Windsor Spitfires. 2 teams just ahead of the Erie Otters. Those are 4-point games, and it doesn't get any bigger than next week for the Erie Otters. It's do or die time for Erie, really, in that game. If in these games coming up next week, you don't want to look past tomorrow night, but if you're looking at the Otters' upcoming schedule, you cannot afford to lose games with teams just ahead of you, right in reach with the Kitchener Rangers and the Windsor Spitfires. Coming up on must-win time for Erie and the postseason. That starts next week. But up first, Hamilton Bulldogs tomorrow afternoon, 4 p.m. start. I'll be here with you at 3:45 for the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show. That's going to wrap things up here on the Duskus Martin Funeral Home postgame show. Final score, Greyhounds prevail over the Otters 4-1. For Brian McKay back in studio, I'm Aaron Cooney saying good night. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
You've been listening to Erie Otters Hockey on WRIE Erie. Follow all the action throughout the season on the new home of the Erie Otters, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
All day, every day, and I compare every show to yours, and they don't